welcome to another Saturday stream of RogueTech as we prepare once again to continue the campaigns of Apollo's Vipers. And the Vipers, as you can see, are a little bit on the ropes. They are not doing well at all. Unfortunately, we are currently about 800,000 Seabills in the full, actually closer to 750,000 Seabills in all, with, well, only 3.5 and 4.5 Skull missions currently left. And the 3.5 Skull mission is it's an escort mission, which is notoriously buggy, so it kind of makes me want to avoid that. Yeah, we're doing quite bad. So hello, everybody. I was sort of chatting around a little bit in the chat during the side, but yes. So, last day of the month, 750,000 Seabills in the hole. Things are going to be fun. Are they going for 1.8.1 and heavy metal soon? I actually don't know the answer to that question. I have been very cautiously asking similar things just to see where things come out, because I don't want to bug them too much. I anticipate they get about 5,000 of those questions a day. But yeah, soon TM is probably the best and closest thing you're going to be, or if you're from DCS, 2 weeks. Alright, so yeah, all of our pilots are currently leveled up. We have some of our mechs on board. As you can see, we are down to 7. And one of our best pilots is currently not going to be fielded, so that's going to be a little bit of an interesting problem. We're 10 days before we get the Ebb and Carry back, and the Ebb and Carry is a huge part of our starting lineup. And the Mauler is here to fight, but the Mauler is also a few tons underweight because, well, when I started designing it, I didn't have the full amount of ammunition and sort of assumed that I would by the time it was finished. So we're getting our Mauler back. The Gaussler, now more equipped a little bit more conventionally like a typical Mauler, has the big missile shoulders, a pair of heavy MRM-30s, and then a pair of Clan Gauss rifles in order to back that up. We will be moving, hopefully soon, back to an all-Gauss rifle armament. Unfortunately, we are missing one more Clan Gauss rifle before we can go sort of affect the entire redesign. But yeah, it's going to take us a little time to finally get to that point. We can also probably give them a better targeting computer, but not today. There is no more time. When the mission is over, is it still day 1? It is. So we will be able to attempt this mission and then see where we have to go from there. So unfortunately, the Pride currently offline, missing half of the mech. The Ebon Jaguar currently missing pieces of the mech. And the Kalangawala Fox is still another 19 ways away from being able to be stealthy with a Rack 10. I'm looking forward to this mech so much, you have no idea. I adore Cataphract, and we're going to be able to play with it. So, just recently, however, one of our pilots, Jester, has finally made it to his 10th level skill, so we're not going to be going completely with only level 9 pilots. Gaussler's just on the Titusol. That's a great way of looking at it. I like that a lot. Now, we are currently on a... we're on a Clan Wolf world, which means we don't have access to the faction shop or the massive amount of bonus that we would normally get. So yeah, the question becomes, which mission do we run our head into? There is Witness Protection, which I'm sort of leaning to. It's a 5/21 salvage, 1.4 million Seabill payout. And more importantly, it's against the local pirates, which makes the opposition relatively easy. The only concern, escort missions tend to be kind of buggy, and if this mission bugs, well... we're going to hope that we can remember how to use the command console. I believe it's Control-Shift- or something like that. We're going to have to try and remember by the time. So we're going to take Witness Protection on this one. And now here comes the question. I do want your input on this one. Do we go for maximum salvage, 5/21, with the idea that we managed to steal a couple of mechs and sell them? Or, because we are working for Clan Jade Falcon, so we're looking at potential good bundles. Or do we rush for the 1.4 million Seabills just in order to make a little bit of extra cash and hopefully be able to get that 750,000 Seabills that we're going to need when all hell actually breaks loose? So I would actually be very interested to hear what you have to say. In fact, I think I have a tool in order to utilize this. So let's shift on over to that so I can... let's see, where is it? Where did my button go? Oh, I had a button to create polls and apparently it has gone. Add button. Manage your poll. Add. Let's do that. New poll. Salvage or money? All salvage. All cash. And 1 minute. So we're going to have this poll up for 1 minute. If you are on mobile, sorry, it doesn't work for you. That's just, unfortunately, the facts of the matter. So check up top at the chat. You will see a button that allows you to select all salvage or all polls, or all cash. And depending on which one we take, will determine sort of the way in which we're going to have to affect this mission. If we go for all salvage, we have an opportunity to get our hands on a ton of salvage in order to buy a whole bunch of bundled mechs and sell them. If we take all money, well, it's a guaranteed payout. And 1.4 million Seabills is, well, 1.4 million Seabills. 200 or so of that is going to be paid in drop cost, plus probably another 200,000 to 400,000 of that is going to be in another amount of cash for repairs. So Matt Jen says, I finally tried RogueTech and it's great, love it. Went with a minimal install option to knock it over one with the things, plus their instructions are all on the wiki. This is true. So Mad Jan suggests the money, as the poll is currently running down. Sons of Lorgard cheers for 1,000 channel points. Thank you so much, my man. We have a couple of new channel points options should people want to utilize them. So only 2 people voted in the poll. They voted for salvage. Palovodich also redeemed another. So we are going to rock this one for salvage, and we're going to hope that we manage to make this work in phenomenal style. So we're going to hopefully grab a couple of mechs, a couple of really cool gears, and, well, maybe all hell will not break loose. The raid boss has unfortunately lost his additional heavy Gauss rifle, or his pirate laser AMS, so we're going with a little bit more of an aggressive loadout with him. And 7 mechs for an escort for maximum salvage.
All systems.
If it don't work, blame Rogue. Yes, blame Rogue. I need to bring that up to the side. Thank you, Outlaw Extreme, for the follow. Glad to have you along for the ride. Hopefully you will enjoy, and hopefully our company will survive to the end of this. The Marauder obviously needs a high tactics pilot with a high gunnery, so Arclight can fit on in there. We need the Disco Cat as well as the Not a Mad Dog. Not a Mad Dog is the second most important mech for firepower, so Coach gets to drive the Disco Cat. And unfortunately, we're going to be dropping with only 7 mechs. And the Gausler is under ton, we know. We have like 6 rounds of combat with the Gausler, and then we're out. So once that hits, he's down to Gauss rifles only, and that might be a bit of a problem. But yeah, I'm definitely hoping that we can manage to seal a couple of important things on this mission. I have like 2 or 3 pilots who are capable of going for the headshots with a 20% accuracy, thanks to the call shot mastery in RogueTech. So we're going to have to probably lean on that pretty hard. If we manage to make this work, we could come out of this with a ton of cash. If this doesn't work, well, is anybody up for rolling a brand new company? Speaking of brand new companies, I suppose we may want to consider doing something like a proto shop. Just down to 2 Gauss rifles. No. Yes, but to be fair, 90-ton mech down to just 2 Gauss rifles. So it's not like it's the Gauss Wolf from Howl's Heroes where we're rocking 2 Gauss rifles and 6 medium lasers. Albert Spark here, by the power of Lego, we can do it. Weighted Lizard taking over the role of Sprogue today. So, Sprogue currently a little bit late, but hey, he's currently hanging out with another friend, and he said he'll be here eventually if he desires it. I don't mind a new one. Are you running the latest version of RogueTech, or are you back on a different stable patch? We are running the 1.7.1 patch, so the latest version of RogueTech that's currently out, as far as I'm aware, unless a new one went up in the announcement thread, and I didn't look at it. So we are on the latest version, I assume, unless they're like hiding dev builds on us. So still on the 1.7.1 patch, which is not the heavy metal patch. So if you are looking to play RogueTech, you are going to have to roll your game back, and you're not going to be able to get the heavy metal stuff, but you're already getting the heavy metal stuff because of the way that RogueTech had already had every single mech that was added in heavy metal, as well as every single weapon system that was added in heavy metal, aside from coil guns. If you're dying to use coil guns, well, you're going to have to use a vanilla game, but if you don't care about coil guns and you want everything else, RogueTech already has you covered. Alright, we're dropping into the back of a mountain, which has me somewhat concerned, because I don't know if we're actually going to be able to get out of this water. We have had this problem in the past before. This may be a restarted mission. The enemy is way off in the distance, holy crap. So let's just go and make sure that everybody is capable of moving off of the beach. Because if not, well, they're in more trouble. So we're just going to start getting on along here, and we'll rush into the combat zone as quickly as we can. Wells Fargo wagon, hopefully, yeah, one of the ones in the back. If anybody's going to be stuck, it will probably be the Marauder, just because of its position. So hopefully we'll be able to make it around to the edge of this beach. They have been improving mission control, so I'm kind of hoping that'll work. Yes, so he's not stuck. I will just reserve Arclight in order to give us a slightly shorter movement. That way it doesn't have to run around the Gausser. We're going to have to keep our people together on this one, because if we get too separated, it's just going to go completely terrible. 400 or 500 days in vanilla game and yet to see a coil gun. Really? Huh. I imagine I should suggest that you check shops, but I haven't really played vanilla. All I know is that apparently most of the gear can be found in shops. Although, ooh, yeah, a lot of their equipment is gated behind that flashpoint chain where you go work for either the Bounty Hunter or Natasha Kerensky. So if you haven't done that particular flashpoint yet, it may not show up. I'm fairly positive that all things like the UX won't show up. Okay, so it does look like we are going to be able to get up here. We may have to sort of zigzag across the map in order to get to the location to relieve that convoy. But it does look like everybody's going to be on the move, which means we have a viable mission. Now, we do have the console available to us should the game glitch out and suddenly all of our people just run around in circles. And in fact, if I'm going to be completely honest, since we're not really doing much with the war effort, I will probably just console victory to us if we manage to just destroy all the enemies that are on the map and not, you know, wait the 57 turns for the AI to actually figure out how to get home. How goes it? It goes well, Otto. Glad to have you along for the ride as we're sort of waddling through the water. Moving quite slow because we brought her 2 assaults today, one of which is incredibly slow. The raid boss, not exactly known for its speed, unfortunately, but well known for its heavy firepower. We are getting a little bit gummed up behind each other. Let's get the Wells Fargo wagon out of the way. Stop blocking, everybody. Bawrip Graha Weep Ninibang. Yes, indeed. I have been told it is the universal greeting from the 1980s Transformer movies, and I will rely on that information. I'm getting closer and closer to being able to say it right, too, I assume. I'm going to reserve you so I can just get everybody else some stop blocking each other. Because there is a very narrow sort of channel back here that she dropped us into. We're sneaking around the corners. Yeah, have not done it yet, but there got some of the new mechs. The new Banshee 2s and Archer are great. So that's nice. So I'm glad to hear that the Archer is actually sort of performing as expected. Although I'm going to be 100% positive, I kind of want to see what would happen if RogueTech could include things like backfiring weapons. I already know that they're working on 360 weapon degree arcs with weapons like, for things like the Lego. Or not the Lego, the Urban Mech in general, because it has a turret that can spin 360 degrees, they might as well put it in. And I hear that is apparently possible, so I'm starting to wonder, will they have facing weapons at some point in the future? Because there's quite a few mechs that have guns that shoot backwards. Like the Quick Draw has 2 of its medium lasers that are aimed backwards, the Atlas has 2 medium lasers aimed backwards, and the Archer also has 2 medium lasers that are supposed to shoot backwards and not forwards. I mean, you can in-game sort of reverse that all so that they all can shoot forwards, which I highly recommend you do if you ever find yourself in position of an Atlas in that position. But yeah, to start with, they do not give you that capability to just fire so far forward. Which actually means the Quick Draw only has 4 medium lasers that fire forward, which always has amused me because it has 4 medium lasers that it can also shoot backwards. Just because of the way the mech was designed. Or is it only 2 that shoot forward and 4 that shoot backwards? Now you're right, boss. There is only the Lego. There is no other Irby in existence. I think that Razel would disagree heavily with you, given the number of Irbies that he has blessed us with. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be running into any Irbies today, but hey, you never quite know. And I gotta pull Lego out of storage at some point just so he can be utilized again. Unfortunately, Lego took a pretty nasty hit in a previous battle. He had an Inner Sphere XL engine into him. The enemy finally, after so many missions of him being sort of in the fray amongst very heavy mechs, finally got a decent shot at him and blew out the side torso, which, you know, destroyed the Inner Sphere XL engine. And so we patched him up and we threw him in storage. So at some point we need to pull him out of storage so that we can rebuild him with Clan XL engines and all sorts of cool gear. Maybe we should put something like hardened ferrofibers or the black carpus on him. I wonder if I can still cram in the Gauss rifle at that point. Or if I need to swap out the silver bullet for a Clan Gauss rifle at that point. I'll be very interested to see where we go. Although Sprague has specifically requested a Mackie as a replacement for the Lego. Unfortunately, I don't quite know where to find Mackies just sort of out in the open. Howl actually got really lucky when she found hers. Actually, the funny thing is that in Howl's mission when she got the Mackie, it was actually a mission that ended up crashing on us right at the salvage screen, and we originally were going to get an Urban Lord, which is just a 70-ton Urban mech. Alright, we're going to hang out here. We're not going to get any closer, so that we can wait for the rest of the force to catch up. I don't want to get too far forward, so everybody can just sort of chill. Black Harpus Gauss, you're turning Lego into a roach man. Dear God, no. Dude, roaches are great for salvages, but no, we would try and keep a decent-sized XL engine. And probably more importantly, have to have a Gauss rifle, because I don't think roaches have Gauss rifles, do they? Short and hard to kill, yep, indeed. Nearly impossible to destroy. Sprague's not here? No, Sprague's not here yet. He's playing another game with one of my friends. Apparently they have been queuing for like an hour, and he's like, I don't want to give up this queue. Not yet. So. And besides, at the end of the day, I can't quite monopolize all of Sprague's time. That would be mean of me. Oh, Raid Boss, you're so damn slow. Raid Boss is gonna probably take like 4 turns to get across this little water feature here. At least I don't have to worry about the enemy actually showing up here. So I can just sort of sit still. Now, if we had artillery, we could probably force the enemy to come to us. because then we can start shelling the crap out of them. 70 ton Derby? Yup, that's literally what it is. It's an urban mech that's 70 tons. Apparently, I think it's from like one of the mech commanders or something like that. What game has an hour-long queue? I have no idea. Although apparently if you're trying to duo queue in MechWarrior Online, you're going to get up there in time. So I unfortunately haven't played MechWarrior Online in quite a while. Most of my time playing MechWarrior games has been either this or MechWarrior 5 now, which has been an absolute blast. Which, by the way, if you missed the MechWarrior 5 stream, the VODs of that are both available on Twitch, and they also go up on YouTube on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, if you want to watch that version of it.
I got you.
The game that is normally called Waiting for the Washroom at an amusement park. Surprise rate boss move is at 21 on that one. That's pretty good.
Yep.
We are so we're basically reassembling our forces way up front. Or not way up front. And then we'll be able to take this path right out into the location. Hopefully we won't get into too much trouble. But also hopefully we will have all of our heavy mechs ready to rock and roll. But we're going to have to remember to preserve the firepower on the Gausler. Because right now, the Gausler is, well, very limited. It's got 4 tons of Gauss rifle in double tons, so it's got a lot of firepower. That's got like, I think it's got like 10 rounds of shooting on all guns. But then it's only got 6 shooting, so we kind of have to make sure that we're not being too careless about it. Mainly because if we burn through all of our ammo before we actually get to, you know, the actual fight part, because there's 3 different sections to most escort missions, then we're going to need to be very careful. Because we're dealing with about, probably at least 12 mechs. Probably more. Based purely because we are using an 8 mech lance drop. Although we only have, you know, 7 mechs at the moment. Cursing the open carry not being available at the moment.
Good for now. Cooling down a bit.
Orders.
My biggest regret, though, is the fact that the raid boss is not going to have access to his primary weapons. Hopefully we won't get into too much trouble. How many skulls is this mission? I think it's only 3.5. But we're only fielding 7 mechs, so there's that sort of working against this being a easy and good mission. What's our exit point? And we got to go over it twice? I think, and this is just me guessing, we're going to get here. They're going to immediately say that they want to come over to here, because if you look at the movement things, you'll notice it's got dropship landing markers here. So I'm willing to bet that we're going to move up down the road to our entry point, and they're just going to have a sort of backtrack all the way back. So, which is not bad. Especially because it means it will be easier for things like the raid boss to sort of get back into a good position, since he probably won't make it all the way into position to fire at the first group. So we're going to get all of our people to the road for just a little bit of movement bonus on this one. There we go. That's a lot more reasonable in terms of a movement speed. So don't have to worry about any wolf artillery battalions? Nope, we're fighting against pirates on this one. So pirate gear tends to have some really interesting potentials. And the raid boss. How fast are you going to go? Yeah, the raid boss is going to have to lead this company, and everybody else is just going to have to walk behind him. Because I don't want to place myself in a position where, you know, my most powerful mech doesn't get to fight. Although, is it our most powerful? Just in terms of raw damage, I wonder if it actually is the most powerful. Because it's got 2 heavy Gauss rifles for 150 damage each. It's got a pair of Clan ER large lasers for another 45 damage each. Yeah, maybe a pirate Mackie? Yep, that's a possibility. So I can't write it out. If it is a pirate Mackie, Sprogue better get here quickly so that he can defend his claim on that pirate Mackie. Otherwise, maybe we'll just take it to sell it. Well, they're really not worth all that much. I mean, they are 100-ton mechs, but they're primitive 100-ton mechs. Makes it a little bit more difficult to sort of get in the right amount, a huge amount of payout.
Good to go.
Okay, raid boss finally sort of gonna get into position. Sure, we'll go there.
Affirmative.
That way he can be mostly in the front. Alright, time for the combat walk. Just keep it nice and steady. Nobody gets out of position. Stay together as a group. And hope they don't have artillery, because if they do, then staying together as a group is a very bad idea.
Standing by.
Nice burner mech. Gonna slip on forward. In fact, I'm gonna set his integrated AMS to overload just in case. You never quite know what you're gonna run into. And Ek. Excalibur. Excalibur is actually reasonably quick.
On the way.
I'm actually kind of impressed with how fast that mech moves. I mean, the raid boss is about as slow as you'd expect, but it's a 100-ton mech with a 300 radiant fusion core. So it's not moving quick anytime. Well, Lego holds aloft this magic sword, grants the power grace hold. Yeah, the Lego doesn't have a sword yet. We could do that, actually. I think. Wait, no, Legos don't have, Urban Mechs don't have hand actuators. Can't be done. How much space does the Mackie have on it once it's been upgraded out of the primitive equipment? Well, Howl's Mackie is very heavily armored.
I copy.
Equipped with an AMS, an advanced AMS, I think 2 tons of ammunition, a sniper artillery cannon which weighs 20 tons, and then 4 ER large lasers, of which 2 of them are clan and 2 of them are intersphere. So you've got a fair bit of weight, even with a decent sized engine and all that. What about a Hatchman, Lorendo? We'd love to get our hands on one. Although maybe not Hatchman, an Axeman would be better, because it's 65 tons of fun.
Receiving you.
So,
Moving out.
yeah, the Hatchetman over in Howl's campaign, or the Axeman in Howl's campaign does 432 damage when it goes Berserker, which is pretty awesome. If I can get TSM in that thing and just start cooking it really well, I might have a really fun mech on my hands.
Got it. No shooting, just running.
Axeman then for some close combat. I'm curious if the pod space is more to accommodate its primitive nature. A significant amount of this pod space is taken up by that primitive, by the primitive engine, the primitive armor, the primitive structure. Like, you've got to replace everything on that mech. Hello, Synapsis. Welcome to the stream. As we steadily about to get our way into actual combat zone. Axeman Pro, you want to go super heavies? I don't think the Axeman has enough firepower to kill a super heavy like that. Like, 432 damage is a lot of damage, but I don't think it's, you know, 200-ton mech killer damage.
On the move.
They may have just moved the barbecue pult into the wrong position.
Confirmed.
Because he may be blocking.
I got you.
We've almost made it to the area, and we're still nothing on sensors. I would have expected them to show up by now. Which has me all the more curious. I'm deliberately keeping the Wells Fargo wagon just slightly behind the entire group because it always draws fire. And I kind of would have preferred not to take too much damage until it has a chance to get in close with its high explosive ATMs. They're too effective to want to just sort of ignore.
Moving to position.
Manchester in the raid boss.
Roger that.
Nothing on sensors, and he's got the entire area covered. Interesting.
Skipper.
What's going on here? Still nothing on sensors. And now we've brought our scout mech in close.
Hey there.
Are we legit not going to have anything on the initial drop? That'd be awesome in terms of just getting things done, but terrible in terms of us making the money that we desperately need in this campaign. Get the Wells Fargo wagon up, use its advanced sensors. Yeah, everything in this ring is covered by the Wells Fargo wagon sensor system. It's got nothing. Well, episode 81 of Howl's campaign, so it's the next episode with the X-Men. The one where we finally changed our titling system.
Roger.
Spur was like, your titles are boring and stupid. You need to actually, like, give them some zest. You have no idea how much I resisted that. It's like, no, they're cool. They're like Star Trek. And he's like, yeah, but nobody knows what the hell it all means.
On the move.
And to be fair, he was right. Like he is about many things. Kind of want to see if a melee E-War Lance would work. Tons of countermeasures and super fast. So it depends on what you're going up against. One of the things that makes that probably not as good as you might think really just comes down to the fact that everybody and their cousin has Swarm. Which, Swarm LRMs kind of just defeat the purpose of being able to dodge, because everybody gets hit. And if they've got like a missile carrier on top of that, the Swarm LRM carrier is gonna be able to put enough stability damage onto you that you're totally screwed. If they don't have swarms and they don't come lousy with artillery, specifically arrow, then yeah, you've got a chance of doing a lot of damage. I mean, there's quite a few mech setups that are like that. The thing that comes to mind is the Ghost, which has built-in sensor jamming equipment, lots of stealth systems. To be honest, it's probably because melee is impossible in every other game ever. Tons of countermeasures and super fast heavy mech kind of thing. It's probably... Wait, what's because melee's never been done before?
Yeah?
Although melee is super important in the Battletech universe, and it really bugs me that none of the Mech Warrior games have anything like melee in it.
I hear ya.
Like, can somebody please, for the love of goodness, allow us to actually have melee combat in Mech Warrior 5? Even if it's just a button. Mech game-wise, yeah. Harebrained Schemes Battletech was the first aside from tabletop, as far as I'm aware.
Double time.
Well, that may not be true. I suppose it's possible others might have done it first.
Ready for
Alright, Jester is going to take this hill, because I think
move order received.
that we're going to be able to get to this location for free and easy. So if I can get, not the Wells Fargo wagon, the Disco Cat. Just run into the zone here.
Affirmative, Commander.
And kind of hope that we are going back the way we came based purely on the dropship locations. Then we may have a good position.
Roger.
If not, then he's going to have to struggle to catch up because he's an incredibly slow mech. And the enemy is, and even the convoy is not that slow.
On it.
Okay.
I'm here.
So we made it to the convoy rally point for free, which is honestly a little bit disappointing. I was expecting an initial fight here. I was very much disappointed. You can get up here. As far as I can recall, I think you're right, HBS is the only one who had melee. Granted, almost never played Crescent Hawk's Revenge on all of them. Have I missed everything? How's the Kenga thing doing? The Kenga Walla Fox is not on the field just yet. It will be hopefully by the end of today. That's kind of my goal, is to make it to a point where the Kenga Walla Fox can be fielded. But that's not really a guarantee at this point because, well, we're in a lot of debt. And today's the last day of the month. And we took this mission for salvage and the enemy did not show up. So I'm a little scared. Okay, we have fielded the convoy. We are supposed to keep them alive. Destination is... Haha, we were right. Destroy enemy reinforcements. Protect the convoy, if at all possible. Okay, so we were actually completely correct on where the enemy was going to be coming from. So let's start maneuvering to see if we can't take care of them. They will have spawn protection on this first turn. We've got Bola Primary, ignorable. We've got a Trebuchet and an Apollo. And in back, we're also dealing with some form of a Gila Chopper. Oh, the Bola is a Risk Bola, so it's got a Risk Rack 5, which is not pleasant. Yeah, that's just... Oh, we gotta kill this Apollo quickly. Oh god, we gotta kill a lot of things quickly. Unfortunately, Apollo can't do anything. So, the Trebuchet is not a threat. The Apollo is, and the reason why the Apollo is a threat is because he's got fast cam. He's got Thunder LRMs, which drop mines. Oh good. This guy's got MMLs, but he's also got a Rick Rack 5, which we all know what a Racks can do. At least I hope we all know what Racks can do. A Rack is a rotary autocannon. It is an autocannon that gets to fire up to 6 times with the potential to jam. So a Risk Rack 5 is an AC5 that can shoot 6 times. That's 270 damage. It is amazing if used properly. Quick, make it a Highlander? There could only be one Apollo. Well, actually, no. I probably would prefer if we were fighting a Highlander on this map. Because if we were fighting a Highlander, oh, can you imagine the salvage off of that?
Roger.
Alright, let's turn around. Let's get a line of sight on you. Let's switch over to high explosive and see if I can't wipe the floor with you. I will lay down a sensor lock to open things up just to see if I can't take control of this Bola quickly. Because I don't want him firing racks into my people. Everything fire! Good hits and a structure exposed is exactly what I'm looking for. Who is our convoy's all up, actually all up there. That's pretty helpful, actually. Okay, I need the mask. So we're going to activate our Mimir Acceleration Signal Circuitry, or MASC, in order to run much faster than we might otherwise. The game needs to calculate, and in case you're ever wondering how it does, as long as this thing is like spinning, this little innermost ring is going nuts, the game is recalculating how fast you can move. And the moment it stops, it now knows just how fast you can move. If you are trying to see melee, make sure that you just select off and select back onto the movement. That way it'll tell you exactly what's going on. So this will allow us to run, well, yeah, I think that'll work. Hopefully we made it to minimum range. Pretty decent. And we have a side-on shot. 69 health is what we've got to get through. Let's see what we're sort of looking through. Target move +4, so I will lay down another sensor lock on top of him. I want to improve the accuracy. Make sure I can kill the Bola this round. What's the difference between a Risk Rack 5 and a normal Rack 5? So the Risk Rack 5 never becomes less accurate the more shots that you shoot, whereas a normal Rack 5 will. The normal Rack 5 takes up fewer critical slots, but weighs a lot more in tonnage. So that's kind of the difference to it. In general, you want Risk Racks. Ba-boom. So, because, like I said, the Risk Rack, you can run 1 shot, you can run 6 shots, it's going to be the same accuracy regardless, it doesn't care. Whereas a normal rack, if you run 1 shot, it'll be the most accurate. If you run 6 shots, it'll be the least accurate. And also, it's much, much heavier. I have been attempting to make the argument that they should remove light racks, which are their tabletop weight equivalents, in order to turn racks to their proper tonnage weights, which is only like 2 tons heavier than the piece of equipment that they're replacing. So a Risk Rack, so a normal Rack 5 should be 10 tons. Because You've got your AC. You've got a AC5, which is 8 tons, +1 to get to an ultra autocannon. So an ultra autocannon for inner sphere. These are inner sphere weights is 9 tons, and then +1 more ton for the rack for 10 tons. I like clan racks for the pod space. Clan racks are closer to their tabletop counterpart weights, but they're still too heavy. Also, I'm not quite sure. Do the clans ever actually use racks? I didn't realize that was the difference with Risk. And now I know. I know exactly the battle. Yeah, in general, you want to get your hands on as many Risk racks as you can, but also in general, you can't field more than 4 of them on a mech. Not that you ever kind of would want to field more than 4 of them on a mech. It just wouldn't really make a whole heck of a lot of sense, in my opinion. But you can't mount more than 1 Risk rack in a single location. That may not apply to Risk rack 2s, but definitely applies to Risk rack 5s. So, but in general, you're only going to have like 2 on your mech anyway, 1 on each arm for the maximum accuracy bonus. We're on phase 21, and you didn't move. I'm going to position the Not a Mad Dog very aggressively.
Got it. Max speed, no
So I would like to steal some of you. I'm going to see if I can't kill you. And please die. Okay, so we missed all the important PPCs, but we hit them with quite a few missiles. So I'm kind of hoping that we can get something interesting done. I can't start shooting you, but I would like to barbecue you, if at all possible. You got a blue right there. I'm going to take this out.
Moving fast.
Cobra. Yo. 4 racks would have issues getting ammo and heatsinking for that. Maybe you could cram it in a nanny. You might. It would be pretty rough, though. Oh, good. Lovely accuracy.
I'm on it.
There we go. So we don't have to worry about the bombs or the tag barrage that that thing was bringing. So that makes life a lot easier. Unfortunately, I want to steal both of the... Well, actually, no, I don't care about this trebuchet at all. Let's position ourselves in order to take advantage of that fact. Hi. Twin ER large lasers, twin heavy Gauss. I'm going to warlord it. We're going to do our very level best to steal the Apollo because it's got some decent equipment on it. But this trebuchet, bog standard and boring. Wow. Way to go. Managed to miss 2 75% chances. That's pretty painful, actually. I was expecting much, much better. It did not happen. Oh, 99-1. Ooh, wow. Yeah, SRM ammunition explosion. Show me the money, indeed. Years later, I read the comic series and man, I wish I could continue with the toy industry. So I'm assuming the Rackzillas, and I keep hearing about it. I don't think Rackzilla has Risk racks. I think Risk racks came out after Rackzilla sort of became in existence. I don't want anybody moving because I want Apollo to do all the work here. So Apollo, I need you to basically get on top of a target and lay him full of enough Inferno ammo to make him cry. Unfortunately, he appears to be really, really evasive. And that's not going to make my life very easy. We got an integrated advanced laser AMS. Oh, it's this Apollo. Shoot. Okay, so 91 heat is not exactly where I was hoping to get with that one. Not a Mad Dog does not have the sort of equipment that I want to use. And I don't want to utilize it against him. Do I have Infernos in this? No, I got Acid, Enlist, and Kill. I need more Inferno heavy ammo rooms. It's going to be very important for the near future.
Got something you want done?
And Raid Boss is just... Raid Boss does not have time in order to make people not on fire. So, twin heavy Gauss rifle, twin ER large laser, just wipes things off the map. But yeah, Rackzilla is terrifying. I faced it once in the last mission of, God, what was it called? Rippers Rumblers, which was our 2nd season-ish playthrough of the game, and it annihilated my entire company. That's not really an exaggeration. It just went in and just systematically killed everything it ran into. So, I was not very happy. I think Rackzilla has 2 Rack 2 and 2 Rack 5. Oh, interesting. I like Gauss Annie for the memes. Gausszilla! Yes, Gausszilla is a lot of fun. Because with Gausszilla, you can just... Well, we had something similar. Our Gaussler was basically 4 clan Gauss rifles on a Mauler. And it's so hilariously powerful. Like, it's not stupidly powerful, but it's hilariously powerful. Sort of the way that I justify it in my head. Go back and... Actually, first things first. Shut off your mask. You don't need it anymore. And then... You may as well just take a walk. Make sure that he doesn't get left behind. Still say Annie looks like a Dragon Sword Sans tail. I won't necessarily argue with you on that one. It is a rather hilariously looking mech. Oh good, he changed to MML9 Swarms. Good, the APCs are keeping up. Unfortunately, he's now on 13. Please don't unjam your your AMS. That'll make my life so much easier if you manage to not do that. And also, if you wouldn't mind, fire X-Pulses into the raid boss. It's a great mech for you to do that, since it's basically invulnerable. Oh, he did not shoot at all. Interesting. I gotta say, I'm becoming more and more of a fan of the Annihilator's looks now that I've started using it in MechWarrior 5. Like, I used to think it was a very dumb-looking mech, but it's growing on me. Mainly because I stole it. And so now I can use it for my own purposes. You have a... Yeah, you've got a Tactics 9. You've got a Tactics 8. So I don't actually care about you. But the people I do care about is Apollo. Alright, Apollo. If you just fired from here, 91s. So keep that on overload. I mean, yeah, we've got a chance of making this work. He's still not cooked. Holy crap. I need another burner mech in this company badly. Everybody else can just basically keep pace. You can move slightly over here.
Copy that, Commander.
So we've got it basically handled. The trick is just going to be to make sure that we can steal the mech properly. Things always grow on you when you take the ammo, the enemy shoot at you, then dip it in poison and shoot it back. Oh.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Now, the Annihilator, though, has been a hugely great addition to our MechWarrior 5 team. Just because of the number of hardpoints. Like, the hardpoints on that thing are ridiculously good. Stepping closer. Maybe you'll intimidate him.
They will be done.
Get the pilot to just bail out of the mech purely because of that. I can dream. It'd be funny if there was a 150-ton version with a tail that supports its weight. You have to paint it green, though. Why don't we have any ATMs with heat? Because those only come in improved ATM form, and we don't have those launchers yet. We're looking, but they've been kind of rare to find. If he fires his X-Pulses, I imagine he'll actually light himself on fire. I'm kind of hoping he fires his X-Pulses at us. Don't shoot him, guys. Just, we've got this handled. Don't worry. Guys, please, I desperately need you not to shoot this target. I'm trying to steal it. So that I can, you know, live. We need to find a dragon dagger? What's a dragon dagger? I am not aware of this. Never mind, I missed the at who. So the enemy now he's gonna stand still like an idiot. Unfortunately, he's managed to unjam his systems, so that'll make life a little bit more difficult for us. But if Apollo comes up good, then he should be able to just light him on all the fire. Of course, the raid boss could just annihilate at him. Raid boss is up to 477 center torso armor at this point. Don't shoot him, guys, please. I'm begging you. Just don't. He's got so much good kit on here. All of it that I can sell. He's got XL clans and everything. They're making my life way more difficult than it needs to be. In the Power Ranger lore, the Dragon Dagger is used by the Green Ranger to summon the Dragon Zord. Ah, cool.
Standing by.
Wells Fargo wagon, no. Apollo, yes.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, light him up. All the way up.
Firing.
So that's 247 heat. The mech is offline. And now we can attempt to blow his head off before our allies sort of get in there first. Coach does not have the ability to blow people's heads off, unfortunately. He is just a little bit too light to do that, and he doesn't have the tactics for it. So I don't think he does. So let's just move him forward. Take aim. Yeah, 10 points on it. Not good enough. Ex-Gaussler does, I believe, have the improved call shot for it. Can't get around to the side, or to the front, unfortunately. Which is where I want to be when I'm doing this sort of surgery.
Rolling.
Alright, line him up. Oh, you don't have improved call shot either. It's your head, isn't it? 6 feet. I wonder where you're getting your bonus, because I believe you're supposed to have improved call shot, but you don't. So I'm not firing that. I have to have improved call shot to take his head off. You also do... Wait a second, I thought for sure Arclight had it. You've got Tactics 9. Maybe he just doesn't have it. Blast him. That was not the plan.
Badass.
That was very much not the plan.
Confirmed. Ready for orders.
Exodus. I know for a fact you have improved call shot. Yeah, that's... How are you not... Oh yeah, because you got a Clan XL. You've managed to wound him a little bit. Give me a direct line of sight on this target.
Throttle down.
Take aim at his head. we'd probably kill him if we did that. Switch over to extended range. That'll reduce the damage, but head hits are what I'm looking for. ER. Maximum ER. Engine crits all over the place. Come on, pilot, bail out.
Take that.
He's panicked. Okay, that's good. And he's knocked down. But the pilot has 6 of 7 injuries
I
left.
hear ya.
Not good. He's got too many injuries for what I need to do to him.
Coordinates received.
Surprised the pilot hasn't front alert for that yet. The pilots don't bail out for nothing and nobody. I need to bring in another mech chute to stand right here to prevent them from getting good. Don't shoot him, please. For the love of God, don't shoot him. These APCs are gonna kill him, aren't they? Yep. Well, we might be able to salvage the mech. I was hoping to salvage the engine, though. Because that was the important bit. Alright. There should be at least one more target when they actually get here. So that should help out a little bit. Surprisingly short escort, though. From your mouth to God's ears. Well, they didn't... no, that'll be 4 parts to an Apollo. Right.
Receiving you.
Alright, Wells Fargo wagon. You can just rush on forward. You are a nimble, aggressive machine that I do not need to hold back. Can't believe I'm keeping the Disco Cat to ride herd on this convoy. Although I do probably need to get my hands on some fluid guns to just start putting out fires. Because the fires here are rather ridiculous.
I'm ready.
Yeah, sir. Take a little walk.
Onward.
Receiving you.
And Jester, in your raid, boss. Sure, just run right through. Well, that might get in people's way.
What do you need?
They'll deal with it. Or they won't. It'll all be for naught.
All right. Full.
Yeah, I was hoping for a lucky strike to the head to blow it off, but unfortunately that just did not end up happening. If I hadn't done it and tried to wait for a little bit longer of a turn, I don't know if I would have been able to cook him out of the mech. Considering how many we see, maybe we should not sell them if we can. Unfortunately, no. We're 750,000 Zeebles in the hole. Oh God. What are you doing? Okay, we've activated the last enemy lance. Okay, we can take care of that. We're gonna come get you. Just stay right there. Could fluid guns actually put out the fire in the game? I don't know. I know that you can use certain weapons to clear out mines. So I don't know if mines and fire share a sort of common reason why they exist. Or how they exist, I suppose would be the way to put it. Alright, here comes our dropship. God, everybody uses leopards. Would it kill them to model any other dropship? I know there is a Union somewhere in this game. I've actually seen it before. I just don't know the circumstances for which it shows up. Heading back, see if I can't find them. We did notice a dropship land back here.
Ready for orders.
Wells Fargo wagon. We're just going to sort of hang out for a little bit. Make sure that we get the proper protection going on here.
Standing
Apollo, however, needs to be positioned well so that he can dive on top of the next target.
full speed, no target.
It makes sense. We've seen fire trucks and fire armies, I think. Are we dead yet? We're not dead yet. The enemy's a little bit dead, which is not as planned. We're hoping for things a little bit better. Like coolant ammo? See, there's actually coolant trucks in tabletop that you can hook up to your mechs in order to have them sink additional heat. So you can so if you're in like a prepared position, you can have your mech hooked up to a coolant truck and just blaze away with all those weapons. This works great with things like awesomes. Because you have an awesome in a prepared position and it just starts going nuts with shooting everything. Because it can fire everything around and just constantly use the coolant truck to cycle out its coolant in order to keep cool. Ah, oh, this APC is so dumb.
Orders.
I didn't get that much in your way.
Roger. Full speed.
I swear, if there was only a single enemy lance in this entire thing, I'm gonna be livid. Derek's not cool enough for cool? Apparently not. Evidently not. We got into a minor engagement. There was nothing at the actual drop point, and then we got to this point here, and, well, we blew up 4 things. So, a little disappointing, actually. We didn't want to blow up the Apollo. Unfortunately, the APCs came by and just blew everything up. Energy Black Knights would be devastating? Yep. Pretty much any energy mech can suddenly become just a massive strong point.
Standing by.
Exodus, just get over here, make sure that everybody gets out in time. I think there's no actual enemy force. And that's terrifying to me. Aha, we found him! Whew. I was worried. Alright, we have a Wasp, a Centurion, 2 Wasps and a Centurion, and a Puma. Okay.
Hey there.
I don't know what I was actually. I know exactly what I was expecting. I was expecting heavies. I was expecting assaults. I was expecting an enemy force that was actually going to give me a little bit of a pressure. No one's fallen through the map yet. Yeah. This is true. The map remains intact. So we just need to wait for our little buddies to get on out of here. They'll be nice and safe.
Live to serve.
Oh, this is going to be bad. The payout on this mission is going to be awful. I would need it as an option for your heat mechs. I don't usually use fluid guns because the ammo takes up so much space. Could be negative bias on my part. Or the burner mechs tend to be space constrained. It's just fluid guns just aren't... They give you a lot of options, but at the end of the day, are the options worth it, given the engagement times that you'll often start getting up to? Like, it's great that I can blind this mech, but how long is this mech actually going to be on the field, and would I prefer to have, you know, an actual amount of firepower to blow the entire enemy position sky high? Okay, so they're all in the location. We're gonna have to try and light everybody on fire and steal them all. The Wasps, obviously, are an exception to that, because they're Wasps. I mean, there's nothing in a Wasp that is worth salvaging, unfortunately. Oh, you have 15/15 on your right arm.
Hello, new contact.
Disco Cat getting shelled with a lot of missiles. That had to come from the Puma. So let's see what we can grab. Allied turret, enemy phase. Centurion is a 9A? Okay. That's rather disappointing. Pumas are expensive, good loot? Yeah, we'll make an attempt for it. Our allies are in the area, and our allies are gone. Guten Tag, or whatever the reverse of that is. Sayonara, I will never see you again, hopefully. Some kind of metrics I'm looking at, but then it isn't something I'm actively testing, that's where I consider bias.
Receiving you.
Yeah, maybe. I don't really think that's bias, but it's just lack of testing.
Confirmed.
Wells Fargo wagon. Yeah, target the Wasp and blow it completely to bits. Couple of good hits. Not a barrel.
What are your orders, Skipper?
Oh yeah, Auf Wiedersehen. Of course. So long, farewell, Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye.
Acknowledge, Commander.
Adieu to you and you and you.
Locking off. All weapons. Standing by.
Wasp, Stinger, Yellow Jacket. Is there any stingy bug they didn't have in? There's even an ant. Where's that Puma? That Puma's just hanging back. Okay. Let's rush out in here.
On the move. Full speed.
So we're now very well strung out. The entirety of the company is just all over. The Disco Cat today is offering? The Disco Cat's just been doing a little bit of scouting. The enemy spawned way behind us, so I sent one mech to go check it out to see exactly where they were actually going to show up, because I didn't know whether or not the dropship location actually related to where they were going to be. So he just ended up being in front. Besides, the mech is fast enough that I could run halfway across the map anyway. If I wanted to, I could just bail it out. I was just kind of hoping that I could get something a little bit lucky on it. It's only 2 Wasps. It's not like we're going to be challenged by it. We could have added the Bumblebee. Is there a Bumblebee? I know there's a Butterbee. So there's a Butterbee catapult. And it is basically, if I recall correctly, it's just basically an SRM bomber. More incoming missiles.
You need me to hold still for you?
Don't encourage more damage. We can't afford it. Get you all the way up on top of this mountain to get a height bonus. Like in today's episode of only 2 Wasps, Cook Maths. Yes. They're the only things that are going to get up to me. I mean, I suppose the Centaurian could get here, but it's the Centaurian A, so who cares? To say adieu is actually either sad or a snub as its final goodbye. Oh. I imagine the Von Trapp children probably didn't know that and they were just trying to be polite. Might be wrong on that though, but it's been a while since I've seen the movie. I still remember part of the Yodelay song. Yes, the Gaussler has actually not done anything yet. It has walked and walked. So, we're basically doing half of the Mandalorian. But if I can... Holy crap, I didn't realize he had that high of a heat gauge. You might actually be difficult to shut down with heat alone. Wow, you hit me. What is this? Butterby catapult? That sounds like some confectionery company in the history of Boston catapult. It's actually really good.
Ready for orders.
Because you can just pack on a whole bunch of missiles onto it.
On it.
This is the way of things? I think it's just this is the way. And just so I can get rid of my slightly explosive ERs. I don't need them. They're pointless to me. Okay, let's see if you can't run in. You can see a target. Lovely. Tempting to shoot you. Got a periphery rifle, a medium laser minus, and an AMS. I mean, I suppose I could just hit you with dead fire. Let's be honest. You're a catapult, or you're a wasp.
Target confirmed.
Ba-boom. AMS ammunition explosion. Oh, beautiful. And you managed not to jam yourself. Perfect. Disco Cat. Let's go maximum speed.
10-4.
Ballistic unidentified. Interesting. I will lay a sensor lock down on yes. I was just gonna kill you. Gonna beat you to little tiny bits.
All weapons. Go.
You only killed his one arm. A little disappointed.
Ah, you like that?
Deadfire is awesome. Deadfire is fun, man.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Deadfire is somewhat overshadowed by Acid. Because Acid does everything that Deadfire does to armor, except then it also adds in all more incoming damage does more damage. Which is just huge.
Pedal to the metal.
20 of soft Sony now. Time to clean the pool? Kind of, yeah. I think we're only looking at 3.5k per stream. Oh, for the, yeah, for the channel points. We have channel point rewards now, by the way. In case anybody is, like, building up a whole ton of stuff that they want. I've got 3 of them so far. One of them is you get to name a mech, one of them is you get to build a mech, and one of them is cheer. Because I wasn't sure what else to put in there. Okay, so both of these mechs are mechs I actually want to somewhat take intact. So, I'm not going to shoot anybody. Keep them all hidden. So 8 streams to a name... 8 streams to a name a mech game pad? Yep. Although it also counts for MechWarrior 5 and that sort of thing. So, I think in MechWarrior 5 we've only got 2 named mechs. We've got Dr. Pinchy and Dr. Pokey. So, they're a lot of fun. Puma, staying in the back. Not engaging. A little bit surprising. And the raid boss will just bring him into a position to basically smash anything that actually gets too dangerous. I'm really surprised that you kind of survived. Actually, no, I shouldn't be, because the pulse laser missed. You're having a lot of bad luck with that. If the pulse laser hit, you'd be out at least a leg. Possibly even a side torso. They haven't named the Lego SMG. 100,000 year... Okay, so I have a ways to go.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, Barbecue Bolt. I need you to be over there.
Understood. Move
Because
fast.
none of these matter to you. You're going to switch over to... Oh, you keep on switching between LRM and SRM. Tandem, Deadfire, Inferno. Inferno. Okay, lovely. Warlit for maximum accuracy. Integrated laser AMS is jammed. Beautiful. He's got 2 MML 20 risks. So no wonder that's where all the missiles keep coming from.
Firing on.
Oh, so close.
Receiving you.
He's been not having much luck today. He's been very much struggling.
Aye, aye.
And yeah, you can have my standards. There goes his leg. Is that Sparrow talking or anybody else with their common count? Because I'm 12,000 and change. Deadfire H. Is Deadfire HMRM a thing? I didn't think it was. Okay, let's now witness how Gausser actually acts these days. I think we cleaned the loophole.
Farewell, sweet prince.
Oh, good one, Ek. I like that. That's lovely. Okay, what do you got? Do we know? AC. So you're just a bog standard one. Do I really care about you? I kind of do. I mean, stealing you would be nice. You're still a fusion core. That's always kind of the thing you have to tell yourself. You are worth a fusion core. So I have beautiful accuracy. I'm going to go offensive push. See if I can blow off his leg. Fire!
Accuracy through volume fire.
That pulse laser is just so inaccurate. It never seems to hit ever.
Critical hit. Keep an eye on my heat, Commander. Yep.
Arc light. Yeah, your Marauder's a bit behind. But we knew that was going to happen.
Confirmed.
That's how you spell overkill. A little bit. We had to make sure. We had to be sure. So let's get me on top of this mountain. I have the high ground, Anakin. Don't try it. Target. I will take the 54s, because why not?
Commencing Alpha Strike.
Oh, we blew up the ammo.
Bang! You're dead.
Yeah, that's the problem with trying to go for less advanced mechs. None of them have any sort of actual control. Nothing fun on it. It's parts, and parts can be sold. Centurion is in the clean loophole category as well. The mech is on fire and running. Get back here, you coward. And his integrated laser MS is now unjammed. You double tapped a half-dead wasp. If there is mechs that don't come back as zombies. There are mechs that come back as zombies. Our Cauldronborn explicitly has that backstory. Oh, can you see from here? Because you're stuck. I mean, the question is, does anything get through the integrated laser AMS at that point? Yeah, you're stuck on a hill. Shoot. Fire everything and just sort of get on the way. He doesn't have very... There we go. We got him. Okay, so... How do I get down here? Hope I can get into a position to, you know, chase after him because I'm going to need it.
No shooting, just running. Got it.
And for his head. You have full armor on your head, don't you? They always do. I would need a lot of hits on that.
Confirmed.
Coach! Disco. Oh yeah, you're stuck.
Up high.
Hiya, buddy. I can be anywhere I want.
What can I do for you?
Not a mad dog, doesn't have any sort of bonuses to targeting heads, so we're not going to shoot.
Sounds smart. Cooling.
Come on, pilot, just get out of the mech. I don't want to waste my time with you. You don't want to waste your time with it either. Are you kidding me? I have to go all the way around? Jesus. We're just going to have to sit there and hopefully that we can beat them. I don't think I want to do that just yet. But that is an idea. Marauder, you've already failed once at trying to headcap a mech. Now he's cooking. I think you just need to chill up there. Yeah, the accuracy's not going to be great, unfortunately. Because even with him not doing anything, it's just going to be difficult to get a good lock. We're just going to ping him with everybody. Sensor lock to the max.
Need something, Chief?
Also, the other thing I don't like is the fact that it's all going to be closer to the side. He's still going to take damage. Alright, aim for his head. See if you can't blow him off. Yeah, he's feeling it.
Yep.
And you're just going to stand slightly outside the fire so you don't burn yourself.
Commander.
But everything at this point is just going to be us waiting around for Apollo to cook somebody.
Got it. Venting heat.
Because nobody has any capability of actually sort of contributing to this battle that doesn't result in that thing just immediately detonating. No deadfire ammo at all for MRMs, it looks like. Part of that is because,
Receiving you.
by their very nature, MRMs are deadfire.
I'm cooling.
Like, the whole idea behind MRMs is that they're LRMs, except they don't have the, they don't have a guidance system in them.
All right, but I'm itching to go.
Alright, Apollo. More cook. More burn.
Here you go.
Oh, are you kidding me, pilot? Get out of your bloody mech.
I await your command.
What if I could attack ground near him and just to freak him out? Say, hey buddy, if this doesn't work by the time I'm out of Inferno ammo, I am going to kill you. I don't know if he realizes that yet. Which makes total sense until you get to fire SRMs. Yeah. But SRMs are a much shorter range. Be very careful. Okay, structure exposed. Let me guess. You opened up his side torso, didn't you? No, good. You opened up his arm. I can work with that. Aim for his head.
I copy. One less target.
I don't know how to describe how irritated I am. Pyro floods the engine. It's not funny, Sprog. It's really not funny. Let's see what we can piece together out of this. Yeah, we got the 2 parts of the Apollo, or the 4 parts of the Apollo. They blew out the gosh darn center torso. 2-way fusion core. Hey, there's an XL. That saves the company. Ooh, patchwork tier 3. Interesting. Some fascinating equipment on some of these mechs. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. We'll be able to sell these mechs and this should be good enough to keep the company running. No, we need the money. We're really bad on money right now. So I needed to make sure that I saved the company first. So that was my biggest fear, was whether or not we were going to be able to actually save the company at all. Because of the way that the mechs were all blown up, and not in the way that we had intended or planned, kind of made me a lot more gun-shy about it. So, may have panicked a little bit, but hey, that will keep our company running and alive, I think. Fingers crossed. Alright, last day before the end of the month, we've got to spend $16,000 and 2 days on repairs, so that'll be a quick turnaround, actually. Go to my mech bay.
Nice to see you down here.
Go to our storage. Alright, Wasp, go away. Nobody wants a Wasp. Puma. Interesting, and it was a risk Puma. It's worth $150,000 just for itself. There we go. We are in the black with 1 day to go. We have money. So we're not going to have to sell the Lego. So our company has survived another day. Which is great. By the way, if this is the first time that you happen to be watching us, make sure you hit that follow button so you can get notifications every single time we go live. Normally we stream on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. On Wednesdays and Saturdays, we play Apollo's Vipers, the RogueTech game you see very much before you. And on Fridays, we play MechWarrior 5 with members of our community. Also, check down below. You'll notice several urban mechs, much like on my t-shirt. And they will take you to various places in our community, including our Discord and our YouTube channel, where you can find even more. Fill up the Gausler? Yes, we should probably fill up several mechs. So, Gausler, we have a little bit more ammunition for you. He was only 1 ton underweight. Come to ammo, come to MRM. We can go either more listen kills, or we can go acid. Listen kills. Just to, keep the accuracy high, keep the firepower going. That'll be 350 Siebels in a single day. And each Gauss rifle is holding holy sh... We got 40 shots at our Gauss rifles? What? Oh, I built this thing, didn't I?
Phenomenal.
Thank you, D-Toy, for the follow. Glad to have you with us. I may have overreacted on the idea that we might run out of ammunition anytime soon. The Gauss rifles will keep you going for a while. Jesus. Alright. How did the direwolf end up with the name dire whale? Because it's big and fat. Yes, Rogue is absolutely right. It's big, it's fat, and it's hideous. Oh, I need to get more clan gas levels. We're close. We only need one more. One more clan gas rifle to build it. And then what we'll immediately do is we'll pull all of this junk off, because who actually wants all of this junk on their mech? And we'll go clan gas rifle. Clan gas rifle will have 40 rounds of shooting, and then I think I have a gas targeting computer, but maybe that might be the other campaign. No, that's the other campaign, isn't it? Oh, we need another gas targeting computer. But yeah, we're close. We're close to having the Gausler back. We'll lock that in. Well, not lock that. Oh, shoot. I need to put its ammo back on. What is that incendiary ammo? It's for normal MRMs, unfortunately, so we can't make use of it. So it doesn't go into heavy MRM launchers. If we were using normal MRMs, we could fit it in. But as things stand right now, it's not something we have access to.
Shouldn't be too hard.
I think none of our mechs are really waiting on us, so that'll be good. It's literally the only damage we took was 2 days on the Disco Cat. I can turn this company around and just attempt another mission if we wanted. So are we happy with that? Yeah, I can't go all the Fox up top. I'm good with that. Because it's a fully functional mech. And in fact, we're going to do that. They will be ready in 3 days. Which should be the time on... Yeah, on Punisher will be back in 3 days. End of the month! 2 million seals. Oh! What did we do with the Fafnir? The Fafnir is now equipped with 2 ER large lasers. So, quite the punch. Let's see. Take Punisher side. Aw, damn it. Punisher got dishonest. I may have to kill him. Alright. Evan Carey is going to be in 7 days. I think the Evan Carey was just going to be a couple of days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we're still down a mech. Shoot. We can turn this around and try and field another short set. The only problem is that the missions we're currently staring at are not the sort of missions you want to take on a short stack. Should have rubbed his nose in it? Yeah, I suppose so. The one you want LPLs. It's like, give me damn LPLs! Luckily for me, it's not your mech. I'll deal luck with them. Is it just mechs or in the bay or... Wait, what? What do you mean? What does Dishonest do? Every so often a thing will come up and he will have a chance of, you know, selling shit. So, like stealing from the company, which will give us negative and minuses to our medical and things like that. Time to travel? We could. It is definitely a possibility. I kind of want to take him. Oh, never mind. Operation Summoner's Call is on. Yeah, if you ever wanted to see a 150-ton summoner, that's where you go in order to run into that one. Navigation. What do you got? Yeah, we want to... We'll head back to Zara. Take us 21 days to get there. Ooh, shit. Yeah. Not sure I can afford to travel. Only cost over 2 million? Yeah. Because in 21 days, we'll have 7 days left to get 2 million Seabills. That's all we've got. We're already on a... 7 days to get 2 million Seabills is really rough. It's not better in the southeast? I don't think so. I think there's a very limited number of weaker level planets. And also, I kind of don't want to take weaker level planets. Like, we're already on a difficulty 4 planet. So if we head all the way 25 days for 2 skull. That's 40 days. That's outside of our range. Yeah, it's really not much of an option, unfortunately. We got a 4 skull, and that's about it. What's to the north? Hey, it gets worse. We can move in the middle of wolf space, which, well, keeps us away from the faction shop, but we're already away from the faction shop. I don't necessarily think we need to duck down that much. The company isn't completely fried. We're just in a little bit of a rebuilding phase. And again, these travel times are pretty rough. 16, 17 days. 14 days to get to Albion. 29 days to get to York. A 3.5 skull would be nice. What do you guys think? Do we want to head on towards a 3.5 skull planet? It's primitive civilization. It's also going to be on the planet of Kirin. Which, is that a Barak? Or is that Hell's Horses? It might be Hell's Horses. Ammo shop is important. Maybe not that important. Where do we want to go? Now, if it's outside ammo shop range, well, in that case, we stay here. I mean, those are our two options. We head into the middle of the enemy space, or we hang out with a whole bunch of 4.5 skull destroy base missions. So it really doesn't get much better from here. Fortunately, we're very limited. What's to the right of the priority mission planet? Let's see, navigation.
Hello, Commander. Good to see you.
4.5 skulls, currently in wolf control. So we do 4.5, then move to Zara. It's not gonna hold. Well, it might hold us over. Let's go check it out. It's kind of what I had been thinking, actually. We want to do at least one to sort of give us a solid footing to sell things. Destroy base could be nice. It's against wolf. Escort is avoidable. Fighting local pirates. 1.8 million seabills if we took it for that. I mean, we wouldn't. We'd go for 1 of 6. But it's also... Oh, no, it's a defend base. Never mind. Whew. Almost made a terrible mistake there. Straight up recovery against wolf? That might be a way to go. And it pays junk, which means taking salvage is the way to rock. Yeah, the travel time will let you fight right away. Yeah, that's the plan. Just make sure you don't fight clan. I don't think we have much of a choice. The only non-clan mission is a frontal assault defend base, and I don't want to do a defend base. You'll die versus clan? I think you can pull intelligence agent. 417, 690. I think we can pull this one off. And the reason why I think we can do it is because the cash payout is absolutely terrible. And if the cash payout is junk, then you probably have a decent chance of managing to get your hands on something really nice without having to fight too many of it. You sure all the 3 above versus clan? There is one that's not versus clan. So it's frontal assault, which takes you up against the local pirates, but it's a defend-based mission. I don't want to do it. Robbery is an ambush convoy, and it's against Clan Wolf. It's a 4.5 skull, and an ambush mission's already pretty rough. Eviction is a destroy-based mission against Clan Wolf. Protect the mechs, escort mission, similar problem against the planetary government. So 4.5 skull, escort mission runs you 3 phases, then you've got to defend all the stuff. And we all know how glitchy escort missions tend to be. So the thought is we run intelligence agent because it's a low cash payout but a high salvage payout, which indicates to us that it's a very limited number of enemy units. That's kind of why I want to hang around and see what we can actually pull off with this one. Your console if needed? Yeah. Kind of wish we could swipe the damage mechs on protect. Yeah, if you could just rob the enemy, rob your friends, that'd be pretty useful. I'm going to level these, Rogue. The more you say that, the more I want to run the mission just to spite you. I know it's petulant, and I know that I'm probably being quite petulant about it, but it really, really makes me want to just run the mission. See, Rex gets it. It's like the more you've got somebody hopping on your shoulder like, do this, it's like, no. Alright, do it, put your freaking heads off. No, escort, please. I'm having flashbacks to that mission. Bet you he's egging you on. Wait. In that case, Wolf will give us tea and cookies. I really look at this and I see the 690. And your cash payout is indicative generally of the level of force you're going to face. If it's a 690, to be fair, they were paying out like 1.4 million Seabills, and we fought like 8 units, all of which were primitives. Cookies. Alright, let's be smart. Although if this mission goes south, we are blaming Sprogue. And we're going to scream at him. So, 1337, it must be fate. This is a elite mission, folks. Apparently Disco Cat is in that slot. No, thank you. You can go in the Marauder. You got that. And now I can put Punisher back in the Gaussler. Oh, he hasn't driven the Gaussler in so long. This will be fun. Arclight goes in the Not a Mad Dog, which finally puts T-Bone in the Disco Cat. Rock. But maybe you'll be alive after it? Oh, never mind, got it. Oh. But yeah, if this goes south, we blame Sprogue. And Sprogue is banned from having any input on the next mech build. Wonderful. That means it gets here and goes past the guard from AMS security. The only issue with the clan is the accuracy, which admittedly is a big one. No, the biggest problem right now is the current version of the game is a little bit, I don't want to say bugged, but mis-set up, I suppose. And so artillery shows up way more than it's supposed to. And the clans, for some reason, feel just a metric buttload of artillery when they kind of shouldn't. Like, the clans used artillery, but the clans preferred to have a one-on-one engagement as warriors. So the idea that every other mech in a clan arsenal is a Naga is kind of ridiculous, which has been fixed in the next version of the game. But for now, we have to deal with that unfortunate reality. And that's one of the reasons why Sprogue is bouncing up and down on my shoulder, screaming at me not to take clan missions, because he's terrified of running into 18 artillery mechs again, and currently we don't have a way to deal with that. Howl might have a way of dealing with that, because she's got 2.5 artillery mechs on the way, but for us right now, we don't have a counter battery at the moment, and we're running in at 7 mechs instead of being able to field our entire force. Yeah, it's a feature. This goes south. Imagine how much it goes south versus clan. Well, at 690 Seabills, there might only be 4 clan mechs. That's the thing, Sprogue. So this is 1.4 million Seabills was the top end or something like that, or 1.6 million Seabills. So we might be running into 20 or so mechs. We kind of don't know. If there's an initial force, that initial force is going to have a support force. After that, there's a drop force and a reinforced force. So we're looking at probably like 20 mechs on this mission versus the 690, which could be as few, honestly, as actually as 2 mechs. Now, the mission that is against 2 mechs is the payroll heist, which is always, as far as I've ever seen, only against 2 mechs, and generally they're pretty terrible mechs. So you can earn like 500,000 Seabills for like no effort. But by sort of extrapolating how much they're going to pay us, we can get a somewhat decent understanding of how much they're going to send at us. Command missions were harder before artillery as well, and mechs were a lot better, and you still more of them with the stars? Yeah, potentially. Countermeasures that deal with sight range may blunt that touch. What, with artillery? No. Doesn't matter. Arrows, even when they miss, will land right next to you, and they deal all kinds of damage. I think cash is actually indicative of something you've just made up, to be honest. See last mission? No. Cash is generally a pretty decent way of looking at it. One of the reasons why the last mission paid out so much was that we were working for Clan Jade Falcon. We have a multiplier to all our contract cash payouts, which is helpful. I mean, it allows us to run an escort and manage to make, like, what was it, 1.8 million Seabills on the one? So. But we'll see. Assuming the game loads, of course, which there is a chance of it crashing. Wonder if we could take a mission where we are against 1 super heavy? I don't think there's a mission where there's only 1 super heavy. Yeah, but everybody knows that if the spinny thing is spinning internally, then it has broken, and if the spinny thing has stopped, it has broken. So I'm not quite sure if it's broken yet or what. So, still waiting. Although if the Unity crash reporter shows up, then I'm going to know. There we go. Not responding, but that's fine because it's not telling me that Unity crashed just yet, so it may recover. It might take 10 minutes to recover, but it may recover. Stuff is broken, spinning, it's broken. We're still working for Clan Jade Falcon, so by that logic, this mission will have less mechs, right? Yeah, but that other mission was for Clan Jade Falcon as well. So if you try and extrapolate that out, we're still making a portion more or less. I mean, you're welcome to dive into the files and dig into it, but from everything I have ever seen in this game, that you can make that the amount of cash gives you a rough idea of sort of the amount of opposition you're fighting. Yeah, it might be dead. Always a lovely time. Alright, let's kill it. Oh, something just died. I just killed the wrong thing. Whoops. I killed Twitch. Bring that back. I need that chat. Thank you. Yeah, it's not coming back. Also using up 100% of CPU, so that's hilarious. Maybe a stealth force you can run under artillery. I'm not. So the way artillery works is if it misses you, it has a chance of rolling to be in another location where it hits. So if the artillery is going to attempt to roll to hit you, if it misses, it will land randomly around you based on some sort of ray tracing, I guess. And then if it's within a certain range, it will splash and deal damage to you potentially. Because missiles operate on a different set of logic for how they judge their misses, Arrow 4s always land right next to an enemy unit, even when they miss. So, a bit over 1,000, and the minimum range is small. Oh, for you mean artillery? The maximum range is like 1,700. So you can't outrun it or underrun it, sadly. Yeah, and if you get close enough, just switch over to your direct fire mode, which the AI is often in, which is one of the reasons why their gun artillery tends to suck a lot. So, but in general, artillery just makes your options very limited, because even a miss is going to land near you. So your solution is to either hope they're running gun artillery, in which case the artillery is going to miss in a fairly, not realistic way, but like in a fairly reasonable way. But if they're running arrow, you're screwed. And that's the long and the short of it. Arrow is just going to catch you no matter what you do. Most of the time, I understand, I'm just trying to work out the best way to shrink the threshold of optimal fire very small. The best way of handling artillery is with your own artillery, as far as I've seen so far. Now, there might be a way to make it work with super fast, highly nimble mechs that are equipped with things like hardened ferrofibrous armor, but you're going to take damage. Artillery is the queen of the battlefield, and there's a reason for it. So, it is not the sort of thing that you want to go up against often. And unfortunately, on high-level missions, it is something you go up against often. Just had to mulligan my last save. My last save lost both lights, and my hunchback got caught out. Oof! Is that the hunchback, the Quasimodo? Oh wait, no, that was the hunchback with the LP-20X. Ooh, that's bad. Regen armor and letting mechs with it helps a lot. Oh, with a tech, yeah. Yeah, the regen armor can help to a certain extent, but if they start focusing you down with artillery, they will get through it. Depends on how much artillery is coming away, but 10 arrows is rough. And also, if they hit direct on, that's when the damage really starts hitting. Because like you kind of start expecting you're going to take a certain amount of shave damage all over the place because of the misses from artillery. But when they actually start getting lucky hits, which they will eventually because they are going to be shooting at you every single round regardless, well then suddenly you've taken off, 75 damage, 150 damage, well, not 150, 90 something damage off of a mech. And now what do? Because every stray hit makes you so much more vulnerable to all of that shrapnel damage that is coming after that. So it truly does make artillery absolutely terrifying. There is a reason why Howell's campaign has switched over to a 100-ton assault mech with a sniper rifle and a 70 or 75-ton mech with a thumper and another 70 or so ton mech with 2 Arrow 4s. Like, that's not my normal cavalry style. That's a much more sit-back, long range and just bombard the ever-loving crap out of the enemy. But honestly, that's the only way that we're going to be able to accomplish higher-level missions in that campaign, I believe. The hyper laser is so on point, though. I was hitting most things and it fired 12 times without exploding. Nice! What tier gunnery pilot do you have? Because the pilot gunnery will mitigate some of that self-detonation chance. Although it's not great. Little hyper lasers are rough. Like, I will hit you for 100 damage at large laser ranges. And then, I'm going to ruin everything. Protect the max. Take it for a decent amount of cash, but give me some special, should I need it. Marauder, Shadowcat, Forehammer. Arclight goes in that. Ek goes in the Marauder. And T-Bone goes in the Disco Cat. Rock and roll. Hopefully it doesn't break. 7? That's not bad. I think it's a gunnery 5 is when you start getting bonuses to that. So you get a choppy mech like Scrabble was here. Oh, did Wrecker get a melee mech? Oh, or in Howell's campaign? Yeah, she got an X-Men. It's an urban mech? Yep. Yeah, so we're going to have to probably chill and give it a little bit more time to try and work on things. Urban maps are pretty rough on the it might take 20 to 24 hours. That will give it a few minutes. We'll let it work on things. Eventually we'll get things done. Gonna be a nice, relaxing, slow day today. Where hopefully we can just chill and enjoy. Hall's campaign with the King Crab Marker X-Men. Oh, that X-Men is useful. I almost abandoned it. The first showing that X-Men had was so terrible, I nearly just sold the mech immediately. So, ripped out the melee weapons, turned it into an AMS boat. I will put a pirate laser AMS onto that thing as soon as it becomes available. Because that allows it to actually continue to be a contributor to the battle without totally screwing you over. So what happens when you order maps via Amazon Prime? See all of them keep their heads down and then have the penetrator show up? Well, the way it works, the way that the strategy sort of has evolved is the champion, the barbecue pole, or the champion, the catapult that they have, and the axemen sort of form a unit. And the catapult is able to, if necessary, go to an overloaded integrated laser AMS. And the Axeman is just sitting there with its advanced AMS on all of the time. I would prefer to avoid having the integrated laser AMS on because in that overload mode it tends to cook the mech. But it's able to run up, shut down, and get in amongst the front line of the enemy. And then once you get to that front line, then you get to sort of leapfrog on top of them using the mask to just completely beat the crap out of them. Alright, so we are arriving in kinetic fashion. When you have assault mechs coming by drop pod, you know that there is a problem. Oh good, we spawned nearby. So that is both good and bad. Yeah, there are 2 local government supported lances already, so we sit chill. We do nothing. We're not going to be involved in this just yet. Overnight shipping is probably faster. Yeah, if I could get more... It only has a single support hardpoint, otherwise I would put on more AMS. Kind of just throw flare AMS on mechs with open slots that I'm not using for anything. If I need to fill a ton, seems to work more or less. Good AMS has huge downside of eating the armor slot as well. This is true. It's only taking up about 1-2 tons, so I feel it's kind of worth it. On the level of mech that we have it on a 55-ton mech, you're only getting about like 2 tons back if you were to get Clan Pharaoh. So it doesn't become as important a deal. So I figure integrated laser AMS basically fits up. You just got the Twitch notifications. God damn it, Twitch. What is wrong with you? Alright, since the initial force isn't going to spawn yet. Oh, here they come. I hate Swarm so much.
Reporting heavy damage.
Oh.
Lots of armor.
What are you? Oh, it's a Shieldtron. I hate Shieldtrons so much. We can all thank Cargo for the massive number of vehicles, including things like Shieldtrons, that just absolutely plague all of our late games. I have to give him credit though. It is stupidly powerful. All versions of them. Another hour of work? Yeah, it sucks. So now we just need to sit here and wait for the enemy to finish sort of shuffling around, and then we can hopefully kill them. We don't want to wait too many times, because if we do, then we're really getting penalized hard on the next round. But we need to be somewhat careful.
I'm here.
Exodus. I could move the Wells Fargo wagon, but that'll get you shot. One more round.
Waiting for the right move.
This thing's such an evil hill. Holy Jesus. Spawn protection don't mean crap if they're just shelling you like this.
Lucky bastard.
2
Solid
Shieldtrons.
hit.
I'm under heavy fire.
Do I hear 3 Shieldtrons?
I'm under heavy fire here.
Trying to figure out who actually is supposed to have the Shieldtron. Hey, look over here. Got the little Irby jumping emote thingy. Oh, you're adorable. See, I'm coming up on 16. I think I got a break. Fair amounts. To be fair, you have access to all of these weapons too if you want to use them. So those 3 things hit Heliopolis are to... I don't hate the Heliopolis. The Heliopolis just shows up a ton. I have no hate for it in my heart at all.
Receiving you.
Alright, bring forth the raid boss. Get it away from the rest of the group.
Affirmative.
Hi. What do we got? We got an Alice. Okay. A7D3. Rough. Got a Grand Summoner Prime. Okay. A Shieldtron. Another Shieldtron. And a carrier. Right. Right, 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 right. This is gonna hurt. Oh, darn it, no, it's a coolant exchanger. Shieldtrons are probably the scariest thing. Maybe. Depends on what this carrier is. I don't have good enough sensor information for it. Also, you'll notice the armor value is 716. Start handing out the tiny drinking pills for pilots. Oh, this would be... Oh, this is rough.
Fire.
Well, we hit it. So there's that.
You've got my attention.
Alright, Gaussler. Gaussler is not as tough as the raid bosses, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to be careful. Can I get a line of sight on you? That does not force me to fire through a friendly. It really doesn't look like it. Yeah, I can't see that out of the Shieldtron at all. Okay.
Ready to run.
Just push it. Good shot. Actually, surprisingly good shot here. Oh, it's a Centurion. Okay, so there's 6 of them here. Right, kill me that.
Aye, aye.
I don't want to look at it anymore. I still have to look at it, what gives.
Take that as a lesson.
There was one LOS with only Shieldtrons on the right. The thing I was worried about, Acid, was accuracy on this one. I was hoping I could brute force my way through the armor.
Waiting for orders.
Which we almost did, to be fair. So. Also, that's not a Shieldtron, that's the Centurion. That'll give you all 3 of them, but now everybody's going to shoot at you. Is that worth taking? They'll hide me from the Atlas, but the Atlas will move. But that gives obstructed shots and should give me what I hopefully want. Yeah, that comes close. Give me what I want, please. Your Berserker pilot.
Commencing Alpha Strike.
Okay, carrier removed. So they've got the first location down. And that'll help remove some more of the defenses. 25%, so we are looking at 8 mechs right here. Not a mad dog. Time for you to set up and start knocking things down. Bad accuracy, terrible accuracy. Centurion is a CN11, which is the Omni-Mech version of that. Do you have a target here? You should detonate in a coolant, because you are a coolant exchanger. So that's not useful to me.
Copy that.
They're going to loot the Atlas? And we're getting 1 of 6, so
Commander.
I have no intentions of keeping anything alive. My goal is to just murder. That'll get me obstructed, I'll take it.
Roger.
No, 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 no. Hey, buddy. Explosive. Let's lay a sensor leg down, see if we can improve our odds just a little bit. Oh, you've got stealth gear, you dick. Actually, no, I'm outside of my sensor range anyway. Give me the Shieldtron that I want. Fire! Good hits. Okay, we can make that. Why is the Disco Cat still a thing? You've sold several better build mechs. Ah, Paco. Such a ray of sunshine on this lovely day.
Got it, Commander.
That's really nice. That's really nice. That's absolute garbage. I'm gonna hurt this Grand Summoner. They just want to be your friend. Yes. Yes, that is their goal here. Friendship and love. Destruction exposed on the Grand Summoner. Nice. Yeah, so you can't kill Disco.
Yes, Commander.
And Apollo. Also, Apollo's gonna steal a direct line of sight
Location confirmed.
because of the action of going Disco. Oh, this Atlas is gonna be rough. I can feel it. in my bones. 42 on that Centurion is not bad. 27 on that one is really terrible. I can improve that a little bit, but not by much. And the listen kills will just get absolutely fried. You don't have any ammunition in that front, do you? How much do you have? You have 92? Yeah, that's not worth a tandem. That will accomplish nothing. Give the 42s. Wow, missed all 3 shots. That is unfortunate.
Damn it.
Because we have the option to go to scale. Okay, Hardened Pharaoh is self-repairing. Oh, I probably should... No, I didn't have enough resolve in order to do that. Grand Summoner coming on forward, utilizing any targets. Of course, why not? Could go for the 55-ton barbecue bolt.
Minor damage.
Exodus. Yes, the Wells Fargo wagon, please. Can you actually just step in front of him? Yeah, that'll work. No, no, no. Oh, that's actually really good. No, that legitimately is really good. Yeah, we gotta take that. That's too good to give up.
Confirmed.
Okay, nice.
Aye, aye.
Arclight. Have we shot yet? Really good. Solid. I mean, it's not great, but I'm gonna take it.
Confirmed.
I was kind of hoping, just as an aside, that would explode, but it did not end up happening.
Let's move.
Tried out the LRM-60 build for the Stalker. MechWarrior 5 runs way too hot. Better load in 2 LRM-15s and 2 LRM-10s. Ooh, that sucked. Disco might be dead.
Damage minimal.
Not quite sure what that was about, but hey. With a bunch of ammo and heat sinks and 4 medium lasers just for info for next week. At that point, you may as well just give up and go mass SRM bomber. Only an arm crate, got plenty of arms left. If the Disco can't die. I think demonstrably Disco can die. Impulse Wrecker destroyed. You jerk. Holy crap. Oh, that's why. Well, at least you shot your friend in the back.
Heavy hits, Commander.
Don't get too dramatic about it. You took no heavy hits. Hi, I've just placed the 90-ton assault mech into the middle of your formation, and I want to know exactly what it is you intend to do. Let's amp it up and see if we can't break things. Full on acid, burn through. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Shieldtron eliminated. Oh, there's a Stalker in back. Great. I'll have to get a little bit more rough.
Commander?
T-Bone. You shoot and scoot, right? You're gonna shoot.
Right, Commander.
Good. Then you go on a scoot.
Here we go.
Hopefully you'll avoid getting shot at.
I'm ready.
All the crits. Bear arms and the bears lose it. Alright, Marauder, you have a fairly solid line of sight here, actually. Good, good, terrible. We've got 2 good shots and 1 bad one. Or 1 good shot and 2 bad ones. You're not the Shieldtron. If you're not the Shieldtron, I'm not interested in your line of sight.
Heading out. Full speed.
We got a little bit too aggressive with the Marauder. It was not built for this sort of aggression. Oh, you are just the worst.
Got a lot.
Let's see if I can't open this thing up.
Give them everything I've got.
Okay. Oh, that's 100% accuracy right there. So if you find a Kodiak, does that give us the right to arm bears or bear arms? Yeah. We'd have to... I think the only place to find it is in home. Your poor baby. We don't want them to duck. If any misses would have hit the Centurion, it would have been brilliant. Oh, he's going to punch me. Hi. Duck. Oh, missed by 9%. Is it me or does that Centurion look like a Cylon? Centurions do often look like Cylons. This is very true. You don't have a line of sight, but you can get a line of sight. I don't really want you getting line of sight because you'll probably get shot at a lot. But hey, you have the option. Clear alarms. Might be the best option. The best in a long line of bad options. Might be too paranoid about the Shieldtron. Do I know which Shieldtron we're dealing with? That is the other question. By the way, in a future patch, can we get this fog crap removed? Okay, we're dealing with the Light AC-5, the MML-9. It's already taken a pretty rough hit on the one side. The forward armor is starting to get a little bit light, and that's also where it happens to be carrying all of its tandem SRM ammo. So that's gotta die. Not much more to say on that. It needs to explode. Question is, can I make him explode? Potentially. Push it is slightly better. Push it. I know, I'm placing you in the middle of harm's way. You're gonna have to deal with it for now. Oh good, you only have one Ultra AC-5 instead of two Ultra AC-5s. Hiya, buddy. Well, I suppose it's time we light it up. Now, why, you may ask, Inferno? Well, aside from the fact that it demonstrably just killed the mech, but Inferno deals, I believe, 1.5 heat damage. So, I mean, we were dealing 11 damage with those strikes, so it actually looks like on Inferno rounds it's 2 times damage. And it is slightly more accurate than Acid. Acid is like -2 levels, and Inferno is like -1 level or something like that. Freedom, aka my replacements, come early. See you. See you around, Otto. Thanks for being around. I guess maybe Tandos would be good as well. Way more than 1.5? Yeah, for sure. That was 2 times fire damage. So we have most of the Shieldtrons removed. Well, we have the Shieldtrons removed. You're dead. You're not dead, unfortunately. I really want to remove you from the equation. You have a fairly solid gun. But at the end of the day, I can't give up a backshot of this magnitude. Yeah. Raid boss, baby. Hard and ferrofibers continues to intensify, I suppose. Hi. I've got you and I've got you. You have an LB-10. Oh, that's what you were packing. Can go after you, but in order to do that I have to place myself by a stalker. And this stalker is Misery. Literally, it's the Misery stalker. So hi, my buddy, my friend, my pal. Dudes and or dudettes. I'd like to avoid being seen by what is about to happen. Not quite there. That is exactly the range I desire. Run to the back. Take aim with 83s. Take aim with 73s, I'm sorry. That's 125 feet. That is significantly less than I wanted. But hey, you gotta take what you can get. Let's see if I can't chase you down, buddy. Wells Fargo wagon, time to be a hero. Going for that flank. That'll be solid. You'll make it work. What's your problems right now? Dark up moved +6, holy crap. How does a truck get a +6? Bring it down to a +5 and see if we can improve anything. Good with impunity. Can you tandem the Artie? Unfortunately it's still got quite a bit of armor onto it. I can try. But right now I'm a little less worried about it than I am about the Atlas. Because at the end of the day that Atlas is actually probably dealing more damage. So... could be wrong on that, but it seems like it makes sense in my head that Atlas is probably the biggest damage dealer on the field right now. Maybe aside from the Misery. The Misery might have it capped. But the Misery isn't right in the middle of the group where I can get shots into his back. If I'm lucky, I'm going to beat you on the move and I can slip in behind you and just plant a couple of heavy gas shells into you. Tandem is the thing that crits through armor, so the higher armor it has, the better the tandem theoretically will be. Yes. Which is why I agree with your logic. I'm just not certain that I can afford at the moment to put the barbecue bolt over to kill that. Which is why I'm going after the Atlas first. That's all I'm saying. Okay, Misery is here. I didn't need that. I really didn't need that.
Losing armor left and right here.
Yeah. Because this Atlas is one, in on top of me, and two, I believe he's got an AC 20. 100 damage at pinpoint is bad, and probably worse than the 40 or 60 damage at pinpoint that the Thumper will do when it hits. Although the Thumper already went, apparently, and didn't do anything, so I'll take what I can get. How is your armor, actually? Starting to get shed really nicely. Another couple of rounds from...
Orders.
Okay, Galser won the initiative check. I mean, sure, why not? It's the best I can get, I think. Can I please get the range? Not quite. Yeah, no, there's just not quite enough space for me to get the full shot there. So the walk is better. Not by much, but it is. Through fire and flames. Your armor almost blown through. 105 armor. Jeez, we have barely been plowing the one location. I will keep it acid. And do me a favor, don't hit your friends.
All weapons are go.
Alrighty. Ammunition explosion. That's exactly what I'm looking for.
A critical hit.
And a knockdown. That was not what I was looking for, honestly. No, knockdown's bad, actually. Because a knockdown means I can't continue to capitalize on the fact that he's got no frontal armor. Or got no rear armor. He's going to stand up and he's going to do something.
Standing by.
I'm not a mad dog. Hi.
Understood.
Core him or try and steal him? He is worth a lot. Because he is an advanced Atlas. I don't think I can play that game yet. Or at least not right now. Later. But for now, it's too dangerous to keep him alive.
Commander?
Okay, T-Bone. As much as I want to just mess with him and just start laying heavy damage, I really can't afford to do that at the moment. Because we are already almost dead. And this is only the first initial run through. Headhunt? Only if you got the accuracy for it. Which Jester might. So we're going to have Jester attempt to go for the headshots. Street color arm explosion.
Target eliminated.
So Raid Boss has taken his target. Raid Boss has actually taken 2 targets, which is nice. And we'll put him up front and hope that they shoot him. But we can't guarantee anything just yet. He's gonna walk right through the flames. Why? Because it looks cool. Everybody gets to be jammed by Easy Rider. Her cost would be a lot more than the worth of the very limited salvage. Just Raid Boss things.
Good to go.
Alright. Since
Ready for
you've been working on him already, theoretically have the capability of killing him.
targeting for an
I will give you that opportunity. But you have failed me. Oh no! Crew compartment crit. Lovely. I wanted to see whether or not I did have to invest Apollo into taking care of that. I'm almost out of ATMs. Or high explosive ones anyway. Which is less than ideal.
Position confirmed.
Okay, Apollo can now focus on Misery over here. So Apollo, if you wouldn't mind getting on top of Misery.
Confirmed.
Taking aim. 87s. Infernos across the board. Get lucky, please. Oh, you cooked him. Good. This enemy thinks that's suspense.
Good to go.
Alright, Disco Cat. You are going to run away. No, I'm not even kidding. You're just going to run away for now.
Double time.
If I can preserve your arm, that'll be a lot of repair costs right there.
I'm receiving you.
Heck, you're Marauder. Well, we've already dealt with the one. Let's deal with the other. Step one back.
On the move.
So Marauder has just outmaneuvered a Centurion, which is lovely.
Firing full salvo.
Wow. The level of terribleness that was just absolutely ridiculous. Okay, a couple of shots on not a bad dog, but I'm fine with that. Wasn't as bad as it could have been. Does Raid Boss have a shrine of busted up cockpits from his dead enemies in the Argo going on corners? I don't think so, but I can't rule it out.
You've got my attention.
Okay, since I have your attention, and you are in fact a Gunnery 10 pilot, or a Tactics 10 pilot, you can actually go headhunting if we want to try. I think I do want to try. 20%, heavy arms to off.
Damn you for making me do this.
I was hoping for a little bit better than that. And then on a Mad Dog, we'll just focus on the Centurion. And we have our heavy arms back.
Aye, aye. Engaging target.
Good hits. And a solid follow-up. Ooh, just completely took him out. Good job.
Hostile removed.
Enemy phase, you are barbecued, so you're not moving anywhere.
Commander?
Chester. Take aim. 100%. Shut off these. Should move a little bit closer. So you're in front. So if you miss, you'll spread it across more area instead of potentially annihilating them. Nope, that didn't work.
I'm here.
Alright, Exodus, you are now on chill out duty. We can get you to chill. Just start moving you in towards the next location. Apollo! Yeah, he spread out the damage pretty good. Just see if you can't cook him. Maybe we'll get lucky and the pilot will bail. It's a knockdown. That's less than good, actually, because the knockdown reduces from a 20% accuracy to a 16% accuracy. Alright. Start moving over here, because I'm not going to waste any more of my time with that.
Orders?
The Marauder. We're just going to wait for everybody to sort of get formed up on this one. Aim for his face. Oh wait, you don't have high enough tactics. Never mind. You don't aim for his face. You're just going to walk away.
Commander?
T-Bone! Hey, you can come back. Good job. You managed to survive, and that was kind of the main goal here.
Sprinting.
Punisher. The Gausler has way more ammunition than he could ever use, so give him another shot.
Roger.
Pilot lethal, got him.
Battle mech down.
I think you'll have to ask Abel for the Deep Lord raid boss. We would need a sword or an axe for the raid boss then. Yeah, and unfortunately Fafnirs don't really have hands.
Follow my lead.
I'm here.
Alright, so we'll just get everybody formed back up and we'll get ready to run these people to wherever it is they're going. Don't think it's off in that direction, so it's probably off this way. Is there a landing pad nearby? Doesn't look like it. Although there is an explosive right here, which we're going to want to avoid.
Orders?
Alright, raid boss. Time to get in ahead of everybody.
Roger.
6 rounds of shooting left on the raid boss. Fire control system Gauss crit? Yeah. Oh well.
Waiting for orders.
Could have been worse.
Commander?
Although I didn't quite realize that Misery had an advanced targeting computer for that role. That would have been interesting. Could have just scored him out then.
Good to go.
Disco Cat, stand in the zone.
On my way.
Let's activate this little button and get ready to fight.
Acknowledged.
So Disco Cat can hang back, and it won't be too bad. Because Disco Cat will have full capabilities.
Copy that.
And
Orders.
gas rifles on the Punishers. Shift over to the side. Now we know what mech we have to hunt for.
Standing by.
Yes, that's very true. We know exactly who we gotta kill. Oh, I know what this map is from. It's from the Steiner mission, the Flashpoint, where there's an Atlas that sits right here, and he's got like no health. But if you're clever and quick with it, you can take his head off and steal like 2 or 3 Atlases on this mission.
Ready for orders.
Alright, the area is secure. The jamming bubble's going down. And I'm not going to let those far away and move. I'm going to preserve them. Let my allies move first, see if they can't trigger all of the things that are about to happen. Although, yeah, we're escorting Jade Falcon Max, aren't we? What have we got? We've got a Cougar. Okay. Oh, crap. No, it's off to the left. Oh, shoot. There's a Seth Stealth Bomber. So that that can literally just end everything that we're doing here. Great. Oh, that's really, really terrible.
Standing by.
Apollo, how fast can you move? And can it be quicker? Get you right there.
On it.
Give me your FTLs. 2.9, yeah, that's not happening. Jaeger mech. Fascinating. ATM tandem. Oh, because it's pirates, right, okay. Alright. You don't have much armor on you. Let's switch to lesson kills. I'm going to warlord this for a little bit of extra damage here. And hopefully we're going to fish for a little bit of an explosion. And the AMS, of course, kicking in from the stealth bomber. Okay, we have a Warhammer 7A. Not doing much, unfortunately. To be fair, it is turn 1. So we've got a Vulture, a Warhammer, a Bola, and a Seth Stealth Bomber. And the Seth Stealth Bomber is the most dangerous thing in the field right now. Because he's got 4 one-shot arrow for artilleries, and none of those mechs have any armor at all. This could be better. It also could be worse, but it definitely could be better. Alright. What beeth your plan? Oh, that way. Okay. Timberwolf. Little bit of rain. Timberwolf with only 10 missiles. Interesting. 2 LRM5s or what? I have no idea when that thing is moving, but when it does, it's just going to be, you know, terror. Allied turn on 26. Maybe we'll get lucky and it'll sit still. We have had situations like that before, but not often. A gargoyle. Oh, wait, really? A gargoyle? That's pretty cool. The gargoyle is actually getting in. Isn't it one of the mechs that's coming in with the new Kickstarter for the new minis? I think it is. I think it's one of the starter ones. Right. What you gonna do? Well, the allies are doing work. Yeah, the allies are actually for once doing something. Allied force again. Who's left? Is this the Warhammer 2C? Oh, we actually have a Warhammer 2C here. And he's going to be behind all of these units that if he shoots them in the back, he could very well screw us over quite badly. Maybe he'll like run over here. Full on 2C, baby. No, he didn't do anything. Okay.
Waiting for orders.
T-Bone, Disco Cats. I want to sprint and I want to be closer than that. Mask it up. You're a clever girl. Oh, we can dream. Come on, max it up, max it up, max it up. If we get everybody home alive, we get a pretty decent cash bonus, I believe. Either that or it's 5%. It's like 20 or 5%, one of the two. I can't remember which one. So anyhow, Gargoyle Clan Wolf mech is being piloted by the Vulcans. Yeah, it's also kind of funny how the local government was fielding Grand Summoners against us. Yeah, let's roll. Still calculating just how fast this mech is going to be. Look at that. We are speed. Can you finish calculating though? Because I seriously would like to start, you know, getting into targets. There we go. Not able to get a back shot, but you know what? I'm going to get a point blank range side. Damn it! God! Damn it!
Commander?
That's annoying. Double clicked. Accidentally double clicked. Son of a gun. Send the Marauder after you. You might actually have a decent shot.
Confirmed.
Strogue, I'm not amused.
Firing full complement on it.
There we go. Right arm destroyed. Took out his null sig. Looks like we made him unsteady, I hope.
Critical hit.
So now he's exposed. If I can get anybody who can actually see him, but that's a whole other story. You're gonna see if you can't cause some pain to whoever's on the right group. Oh my god, that accuracy is actually pretty decent. We might have a chance of shooting it down.
Roger.
If it's alive, it's not alive. Okay, we got the stealth bomber. That works.
Aye, aye.
This mission is... For some reason, this mission is really freaking me out. I'm not quite sure why. I'm losing my cool, man. Lose it!
All right. Full.
This rest of us will be a minute. Yeah. Shut that off. Double tap with the PPCs, because why not? No connection, but that's okay. Wells Fargo wagon. Probably no shots. Well, you've got some long-range shots, but I could kind of care less about those. Oh, but yeah. Oh, you have a line of sight, but he's not moving. Yeah, bomb him.
Locking in all weapons systems.
Hey, we got some kind of major crit on that.
Tango.
Serum acid explosion. Okay.
Out of long-range missiles.
Vulture taken. He's out of high explosives, but that's okay. Raid boss is never getting in this fight anymore. I hear the sound of broken lull. Yeah. Is my sound broken? No, that's working fine. Alright, Exodus, where are you? Keep moving forward. You are a nightmarish being of death, killing, and... Well, really cool stuff, actually. I really like this ATM mech. The question is whether or not it likes me.
Full speed.
2.9%, 29%. We'll take the 29. Does it improve if I go ER? It does not.
Firing.
Probably should have used my sensor lock on that,
Good
but
to
hey.
go.
Disco Cat, surprisingly, still alive, despite that major screw up right there. I am so angry at myself for doing that. I haven't done that in so long, too. Final Fantasy 7 and Battlesong. Now we're not dead yet.
Roger that.
Structure exposed on you.
Commander.
Barbecue pult. One of you is worthy of a cook. Oh, you're almost dead anyway. You're worthy of the cook. Oh, that's a lot of rockets. Holy crap.
Yeah.
That will be 160 heat. We'll work with that.
Orders.
Punisher. A little bit more of a flexible assault. Because it actually has some range to it. Oh, that accuracy is not good enough though.
Standing by.
I don't know if the bowl is jamming us or if this is just a result of a range problem. The only reason why I wonder that is because the Disco Cat had a really good round of shooting on him. I can find out. I will check it out. Oh yeah, he does have stealth tech. Okay. If you can't lock him in.
I've got a sensor lock.
In reference to the stealth bomber getting wrecked. Was that us or the building that got shot? I don't think we've been hit anything too serious just yet. Let's see. Obstructed. Target moved plus 10. Oh. That's painful. Shot modifier plus 15. Cut off the Gauss rifle. Go nuts. He knocked out a couple of the cars along the way, which is pretty impressive, actually. I love that it was a ringtone and having children. Alright, friendly elite Warhammer. Oh, that's the fires, and they're like, did somebody launch a tag here? Alright, so the Federated Sun's pirate Jaeger mech is hopefully mostly not going to be able to do anything. He's only got a 40 heat threshold right now. So it's a one-eared Timberwolf. Anybody know which version of the Timberwolf is the one-eared Timberwolf? It's the Bravo. It's got a Gauss rifle, a pulse laser, an LRM-10, an SRM-6, and a small pulse. Not gonna lie, this feels like a pretty terrible variant.
Standing by.
It's just what my gut is telling me. Not a Mad Dog will have no shot.
Copy that.
But that's fine. Doesn't need a shot. Jaeger looks huge. Jaegers are pretty big. Jaeger coming on forward. Deliberately stomping on as many mechs as it possibly can. As is the clan way. Yeah. It's only got AC2s though. And a lot of rockets. Yes. Stop whining. We'll come back. We'll pick you up. We just need to kill everybody first. Enemy phase, walking through chemical fire, which will increase his heat even more. And he is boiling. He's not shut down yet, but he's boiling.
Waiting for orders.
If he makes a mistake of coming anywhere near the Jägermech, the Fafnir, he will just explode. It's just the way of things.
On my way. Double
In fact, the
time.
Fafnir is going to target this building in front of him. And bring down the house.
Roger that. Missed.
Just... what type of Jäger... the best type of Jägermech is a dead Jägermech. Yes, this is true. If we can annihilate it, we'll have things taken care of. Yeah, that was bad. That falls into the category of incredibly stupid. Oh yes, thank you, Waited. The mask is on. I'm going to have to make sure I shut that off. Because otherwise the legs could blow. Feel the scaling mod is not accurate. Any 100-ton mech that isn't bigger than a 20-ton mech in linear size, 5 to the 1/3. That already misses something based on the board. Yup.
I'm here.
I think that mech scaling is actually correct. I might be wrong on that, but I think they did a whole ton of rescaling in RogueTech in order to make them a little bit more reasonable as to what they're supposed to be in terms of actual size. Please die. There's a lot of missing, and when I asked you very nicely to please
Reporting. Critical
die.
hit.
Apollo. Do you have just a shot from her? You do not. He's hiding. Right. He's hiding in a position that's going to actually make me have to risk myself a little bit if I want to take him, and I kind of do want to make sure that he dies. It will do something like that.
Move order received.
We'll go with more Inferno.
Locked on rear arm.
If we get a blow through, we'll probably blow him up. There we go. Alright, pilot, get out of your mech.
Yes,
Don't make me have to play more harder to get than I have to.
No shooting.
Okay, if we
Just
can't
running.
kill him with this, then we just can't kill him.
Locking on.
There we go. Lots of pulse laser. It's gonna maybe deceptive doing the score cube wall. Could be. We'll come get you in a bit. I just wanna just stay back. Let me do my job.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, mask 2 off. Apparently the mask fail chance was 0. Pretty good actually. You can just rush back on here. You get to play babysitter to the mechs.
Double time.
Because we have the last mech fully handled.
I'm here.
And you can just run up here as well. You should probably run back to this one. He gets scared if he doesn't see friendly. Which is ironic, because it's a Warhammer 2 save, so. I'd love to get my hands on one of these. If I could just, like, secretly blow his head off to steal both of those large, heavy lasers, that'd be great. Good call, Discord. Yeah. There will be another lance. So that's
Talk to me.
something I'm a little bit concerned of.
Aye, aye.
It's technically our job. The reason why the pilot missed the building is because they sneezed. That building was going to save us so much movement if we had just knocked it down. Oh, it's an escort mission. The missions are always going to take forever. So one of the reasons I hate escort missions. They take so long. Okay, guys, this is mine. That kill belongs to me. You know, I have to go around the building, and I could have just gone through it.
Understood. Moving fast.
Cleaning your outfit, don't have dust inside. Pressure is too hot for startup. Good. But yeah, you guys, that Jägermech is mine. I'm gonna barbecue it. Not a square thing. Things does make it longer, so good call. Yeah. He's still gonna take like about 4 or 5 turns to finally get there. We're gonna be leaving him behind in order to engage the other force. Oh god, it's gonna take longer than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-ish turns to get that guy home.
Orders.
Oh, gotta love the escort mission.
Acknowledged.
You can move into the park.
Waiting for orders.
Apollo, you are down to your last twin salvo.
Roger.
Pilot Bell?
Critical hit.
Ah, there we go. Okay. He's got 20 more. So that's 2 mechs that are currently full there. Not quite 9, but yeah, good times. Yeah. You can just stand still. I'm not even going to bother letting you recalculate. We have completely dealt with the incoming enemy force. All is handled.
Moving to position.
So now I just gotta wait. And wait. And wait. Come on. You can move. At least I'm moving slightly before him. I can't just end the mission now, which I'm sorely tempted to do because we get a cash bonus for getting everybody rescued.
Commander?
And we took this mission for full cash, so it's kind of important that we actually rescue everybody.
Orders.
The Gaussler. I think the Gaussler's proven itself already. Even missing the twin Gauss rifle, it's a much more aggressive close range mech. Alright, see you around, Rogue. Was nice to have you along. You've gotten bonuses for destroying 3 lances. I don't know if that actually is going to work. That's my concern, because we've seen that it doesn't do too much. So late here, but I was glad to catch 40 minutes of blast action. While I gave Simple Rockets 2 its first look. Good night. Good night, Buckful. Thanks for swinging by and saying hi.
By.
It's always nice to have folks around.
Yes,
Mr.
Commander.
Run the raid boss. Because you're so damn slow.
Let's move.
To be fair, you only have 6 more rounds of shooting, so I can't be that aggressive. The pilot, my man? Ah. So are you a little bit behind us, or...? Yeah. We do not need a Jaeger mech, so if we take it... I believe the raid boss is slightly off to the side. Yeah, they might be roadblocking each other, though. Just get them slightly off. Yeah, they should have room to move in through there. Can I get you guys put on trucks so I can just like cart you there? Because clearly you are incompetent. And the hardened Pharaoh continues to harden.
Ready for orders.
Just enjoy the view.
Copy.
Time to just sit back, relax.
Good to go.
Maybe pop up with a cold one. Because the enemy will be here eventually, just not right now. So you have time before all hell breaks loose. Probably grab one of the better than inevitable CXLs for money or something? Yeah, probably. Gee, are we going to get a CXL? We knocked out a...
Understood.
Yeah, we knocked out a Misery, which I don't think has an XL engine. And we also knocked out a... the Jaeger mech, which also does not have an XL engine. So I kind of doubt we're actually going to run into any.
On my way.
You can do it. We're lining up to cheer you on.
Waiting for orders.
Let's go, Cat. Just sort of sticking behind them so that they know that they're fully covered and they can continue to the evac zone. What are you doing? Why would you...
Ready for orders.
Jester,
On the move.
just do me the favor.
Target acquired.
There we go. At least it worked that time. Hopefully he will actually turn to head up the way, but I'm not sure. Yes, dramatic Timberwolf. He's moving towards the evac zone. I think one of the mechs probably have survived, but we'll see. Might end up taking an arrow ammo instead. None of them had arrows. So the only Shiltron that has arrows is the Shiltron, and there's the Shiltron Prime, and there's like one other Shiltron that has a single arrow. But those, I don't believe those Shiltrons had arrows on them. So we're not getting any of that, unfortunately. Okay, the Cougar sprinting on ahead. I suppose sprinting is being a little bit generous. And wait for it to figure out that, yes, you can walk forward. You can drive. We believe in you. Ha, the Warhammer. He has made it up the path somehow. Oh, he's cutting through here. I get you.
Orders.
Brace.
Confirmed. Holding.
Brace. We're just here to lead him on in. Yes! Finally! Oh, they're drop podding in behind us.
You're in position, Commander. Hold
Okay.
your ground until the package is on its way.
So let's go and say hi. I think we got hit by an arrow turn 1. Turn 1 we got hit by a thumper, I thought. And there was also the carriers that were just absolutely chock full of weapon systems.
Moving fast.
Okay, move fast, say hi, and then run away. That's basically your goal. Okay.
I'm here.
Start swinging you in as well. Because the Not a Mad Dog is actually a fairly decent brawler.
Let's
Like, it's not
go.
meant to be, but it can do the job. Oh, we got a Juggernaut. That's going to be fun. And a medium laser carrier. Okay, that's not a carrier that you normally run into, but I'm willing to take it compared to literally any of the missile carriers. As long as we get to shoot it first. Speaking of the devil.
Confirmed.
What do you got? Oh, you see the Juggernaut. Sure, you might as well shoot. A little bit of urban renewal behind him. Typical MVC mechs on fire. Oh yeah, just running right through it. Cougar in the evac zone as well. Who are we waiting for? It's just you now, Raid. Or
Got my attention.
whatchamacallit. Kelsey. Is there a way down from here? Yes. Sort of. Okay, in that case... Yeah, I'll run you just up through the park. You won't have a shot either. 15s is not good enough to waste on. So, 4 small pulse, 3 large pulse, and a medium pulse, 2 unknown energy, and quad ballistic, which I can only assume is machine guns. Because if it's not, then, dear God. So Warhammer is another turn or so away, probably 2. Got 28 shots? Yeah, but we would have to have shot through potentially the Marauder in front of it, so I wasn't gonna take that opportunity to potentially shoot my Marauder in the back. The important thing on this mission is to be as efficient cash-wise as possible. Oh wait, no, there's 2 more. Oh crap, I forgot there's 2 Warhammers. One's a 2C. So that 2C and the normal Warhammer. So the Warhammer is about 2 turns away. Oh, here's the dropship. Hi. But the Marauder, or the Warhammer 2C is going to be a lot longer. Suppose I can hold back the Disco Cat in order to take care of that.
Commander.
Fire wagon.
Good to go.
Yeah, let's bring Disco Cat back so he can usher them in. He's a little bit too banged up for me, but I want to sort of risk him. So let him guide the enemy to where they need to be. Okay, we've lost sensor contact. Not the worst thing in the world.
Confirmed.
No target. Should have turned a little bit and knocked down this building for them so they could have gone through more easily.
Ready.
Apollo in the barbecue bolt. You're going to basically follow the Wells Fargo wagon because he'll probably keep you shielded enough for you to get in close to do whatever it is you need to do. This thing supposedly carries 60 machine guns. Okay, that'll be 4 machine gun arrays then. And a machine gun array, I believe, is 4 machine guns. So, that makes a certain amount of sense. Okay, enemy has to decide what they want to do. Apparently they want to do nothing. I'm on board with this plan. They should continue to do this plan, as I believe it will bring them the results they clearly desire. Right. Ooh. That's not good. If I want the shot, I have to stand right next to a bomb. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to start moving it towards the flank over here.
Going full throttle.
We'll get up top and we'll just start firing pulses down the highway. You don't see your target. Okay, that's unfortunate. In that case, you will come around here as well.
On my way. Double time.
What else we got? Arctic Fox. Ugh. The Arctic Fox is always such a boring mech.
Orders.
Punisher and the Gaussler, you are done playing escort. Because I'm not going to bother with that anymore. You can run right here.
Aye, aye.
And you know what? Let's make a statement.
Roger that.
Why? Because I have a lot of ammo and no reason not to just utilize it. Warhammer is probably 1 more turn away. Yeah, 1 more turn before he actually gets on in. The 2C is probably another 1, 2, 3, 4 or so turns. He's getting there, but he's getting there slowly. Gotta love her. Yeah, urban maps are the best. The destructibility element is just sorely lacking in all the other map types. And it just is so much fun to be able to just create your own fire lanes whenever you want. Going through the buildings if needed. What is that? Orion is our 4th. Okay. They're all kind of low on armor, so that's good. You technically have a shot on things should you pass through, but I would prefer you to have your heavy Gauss rifles to have shots on things, because they are what's going to pay the bills. I think I can get to clean this up with the heavy Gauss. Okay, Juggernaut stepping forward. Might have placed it in a position to get shot at. Laser carrier has an internal combustion engine. That is more than a little amusing to me. Over from ML for LRMs to SRMs. Probably not going to be great accuracy or anything, but
Double time.
if I can just start using them on people.
Copy.
Oh, he's got proper MMLs. Nice. Burning into him with our follow the leader LRMs. Let's go, Cat. Keep escorting. Keep guiding your 2 Warhammers. Because they clearly can't make it to the drop zone all on their lonesome.
Understood.
All of a quiet tonight? Yeah, it's a bit more of a relaxed stream. Also, we're doing a lot of escort missions, and escort missions take forever. So you may as well relax, chill, have a good time. But thank you for talking. Apparently, if we get like 20 people talking at the same time, they give out emotes on chat.
I'm here.
Alright, you are almost to your ramp, which will put you right up there. Next round, you get to turn around and start shooting people. Preferably that laser carrier, and hopefully you'll kill it, because if that laser carrier gets a decent shot shooting on us, it'll be rough. Lots of viewers, though? Oh, is it? I haven't been checking. I probably should be. Let's go take a look. How are we doing? Yeah, 31 viewers, not bad. Hello, everybody. By the way, if this is the first time that you are watching, make sure you hit that follow button so that you get notifications every time that we play this game. Also, if you're interested in our normal streaming schedule, it is Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time US. And on Wednesdays and Saturdays, we play with the game you see before you, RogueTech with Apollo's Vipers, a clan start campaign, which has been, well, frankly, on the edge for the last couple of months. But you know what? We are steadily clawing it back. Our Fafnir Undying managing to be quite the nice rock to build an entire company out of. And we got the Gausser back, which was, 3 or 4 months worth of repair. See? Knocking out of the building opened up the firelights. On Fridays, we also play MechWarrior 5 with a couple of friends. Switch over to standards. Let's give the Juggernaut a little bit of a gift. Courtesy of Warlord. I'm just currently watching and petting the cat. Jealous!
Everything I've got.
Okay, so we're bringing down more of the house. And the Juggernaut already starting to get shelled, which is good. Extra on edge. The Marauder should have a fairly solid shooting at whatever it wants. Which is mainly the Juggernaut. Yeah, blast that Juggernaut. There will be no place for you to hide soon. We will flatten the entire city between us. He's like 2 more turns away. Not a miss, just opening more firing lanes. Yep. And gave us cover for these 2 mechs. So when they get shot back, we're going to take 20% less damage. See, it all comes together in one brilliantly set up strategy. That is not just an excuse for me to blow something up while I'm waiting. Juggy's coming forward. Juggy's going to stand on the edge. Sort of leer over at people. Get off my lawn. Great, boss.
Let's go.
Let's shoot up at them. You know what? I will Warlord this. 132. Enjoy. Oh, I think he hit him with both of them. Nice. That Juggernaut's in trouble. The side effect of urban renewal. Indeed. You want to see the newest cities in the world? They were probably bombed in World War II. Most likely. Did I see a side angle? I did, but it's not on a target that I care about. Okay, Wells Fargo wagon. Just move right on out there. Creating a nice little cluster up here. And more missiles. Come on, give me a crit that just detonates your engine so I can save the entire mech. He hasn't taken enough critical hits just yet. It's like walking a little old lady across the street, except the little old lady's an 80-ton assault battle mech.
Standing by.
What do you got? Tempting. What do you have, though? Apollo. Because if Apollo's got a better, or a not as good opportunity, then that might be the better option. Yeah, Apollo's accuracy is going to be pretty terrible. So we're just going to rush him on forward.
I cut.
SRMs goes up to 73. Enjoy the listen kills. We're not even going to bother trying to steal you. And there goes the juggy. They're just encouraging the local economy by creating more jobs. If anybody's still in the city. But yeah, them hip actuators just don't work like they used to. Mech arthritis. Indeed.
Roger that.
Okay, what do you got? Not bad. I do need to kill the laser carrier at some point. Because it is going to come and hurt my people, and I don't want that to happen. That's a lock on the Orion. Maybe I'll get really lucky and I'll blow his head off, but I doubt it. Yeah, more likely that we completely miss. But we are... This, if they were smart, they would target this and they would blow it up. And that would very badly damage several of my mechs. Which they could then exploit. Yeah, this laser carrier is potentially either really dangerous or an absolute joke, depending on how accurate it's going to end up being. Because with that many medium lasers, you can cause so much havoc. Arclight,
Standing by.
it's time to come around the corner. It's time to say hello.
Copy that.
Or also, you know, giving them a target, but we shouldn't think on that. Yeah, I'm going to target you mainly because I actually have a shot on you. And then we'll see about handling the laser carrier.
Roger.
And not quite dead, but you are missing about half the mech.
Got past the armor.
Quite significantly you did. Allied turn, come on. Is he going to walk him? No, it's one of the ones that's already in the area. Walk forward. Take aim. Kill him. I'll take care of your buddy next. Don't worry. We haven't forgotten you, Orion.
What a waste.
No, you were just cleaning out the loot table. Are you walking away from the objective? I can't tell. Oh no, you did walk towards it. You just sort of did a little bit of an L path. Better stay here slaughtering mechs. Yeah, we're going to finish them all off. I mean, we've only got, you know, 2 more things to kill, and then we'll have the entire thing handled. Although one of them is going to be a little bit dangerous. Do you have a line of sight in you? Can I get a better one? I really can't, but I'll take this. Heavy goes! Oh, both hit perfectly. Blew off his leg, looks like. Yep, right leg destroyed. He's going over. And blomp. It's basically just you now. What are you going to do? This is a coolant exchanger, okay. So blowing this up is not that big of a deal. In the enemy mech, the radio is playing Why Can't We Be Friends? For once, the big maps are really paying off just right by positioning. Well, that's kind of the point of the big maps, is to allow you to have that freedom by positioning yourself in good places. Oh good, he decided to fire all of his medium lasers from maximum range. I'm on board with your strategy. Please do that again.
Standing by.
Exodus. The Orion or the laser carrier are both totally reasonable targets. See if I can't kill the Orion. Just rush right on up to him. I have the ATMs to do it, and you know it. There he goes. AC-10 ammunition explosion took up the whole bloody mech.
Destroyed.
And this, kids, is why you case your ammo. Alright, we'll just run right up onto it. Cycle to LRMs. Start lobbing missiles. There it goes.
I'm generating a lot of heat, Commander.
Are you generating a lot of heat? That should be like literally the opposite of heat. And oh, you missed the first one, you missed the second one. And finally at the very end. Good, taken care of.
Down.
The entire enemy company has been destroyed.
LRMs are out.
So now we just need to wait for that Warhammer to actually walk into the zone.
I'm ready.
The question is, will it?
Knowledge.
The Did a clan scouts faction play? Not a single clan make the entire op 4. Oof. Okay, T-Bone.
Waiting for orders.
Get behind him and push.
Affirmative.
He's only got to walk like 6 inches forward.
Receiving you. Confirmed.
You just got to wait to make sure that he actually does it.
Holding and cooling.
Okay, ally turn 18. That's him. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. There, he did it. Perfect.
The objective is secured, Commander.
And that is mission accomplished. Assuming, of course, the game doesn't break. There we go.
Mission successful.
God, that took forever. The clans go. So, only 5 turns with a sprinter. Oh, that took forever. I hate that green filter, though. Just makes the entire thing look ugly. So we got a 10% increase for the entire convoy surviving. Oh no, for destroying the reinforcements, and 20% for getting all of the units home. So a 30% increase in the contract brought us up to 1.5 million after drop costs. Probably got to be, I'm going to say $500,000. Well, probably less. Hopefully less to fix up the Disco Cat. Other than that, we didn't take too much damage. Just a little bit of smattering across. Of course, the raid boss took literally no damage. Let's see. Yeah, we took that stalker fully intact. C2s, no. LRMs, oh, they're enhanced LRM-20s, no. Gauss rifle, HVAC. HVACs are worthless in this game. 12 medium lasers, in case you were wondering. 4 X-pulses. Oh, that's so tempting. Only 150,000? All right, we got the bets going in. I have bet about 500,000 C-bills for the repair, although I admitted that's probably a wrong bet. Sprogue is up to 150. Weighted is on 200. Advanced AMS. It's a laser AMS. Oh, these? There's an AMS Mark II, which I believe goes in other things. Just want to see what else is on the field, though. Whole ton of rockets in case you're interested. A rotary 2, thumper artillery in case you wanted to utilize the smaller of the 3 gun-based artilleries. Not including, of course, mortars, which aren't really well, they are, but they don't feel like artillery. Hey, quantity 2 XL engines. We're taking that. We can sell it for cash. Oh, never mind. Gunnery support B. You give me that gunnery support B, and you like it. There we go. Not sure where we got that. 28 heatsinks. Just for reference, each heatsink is 100,000 C-bills. Combat shell for the raid boss. It doesn't need it. It does not need it. Primitive cockpit, sensors clan, sensor tracker, stabilized ultralight gyro? What? 40 stability threshold provided by gyro, which is normal, plus 25% or plus 25 maximum stability provided by gyro. Huh. That's really good. Like, really good. Because the ultralight gyro is smaller. So if we have it all... So it's smaller, it weighs less, and it gives you maximum stability. I mean... What is this thing, and where can I find more of them? There's a turret mount, yes. Armor piercing ammo, Gauss ammo, HVAC ammo, which is garbage. Rack 2 doubles, streaks, thunderbolts, and thumper ammo. I like Dreadnought, but I get what you're saying. The Dreadnought gyro is built into quite a few of the risk mechs, and they're nice, but I mean, I don't think I can justify that. Not with what's on the field right now. So the question becomes, do we want the AMS Mark II, which we have done. Radgar's like, take that gyro. And we've also got cash in the form of 2 XL engines. Like, literally just gives you 2. Turrets are nice. They're plus 2 accuracy on a torso-mounted location, which is cool. I'm just not sure if it's worth my only slot taking. Especially with this gyro sitting here. I really want it. I'm taking it. I'm taking the gyro. Oh, way to go, game. Gave us 2 parts of a Jaegermech and an Arctic Fox, so we can sell some of that. That'll give us some monies. Wasn't cash the main problem at the moment? To a certain extent. It's the start of the month, but we should be able to... We need monies for the Cataphract rebuild? Oh yeah, good point. That Cataphract rebuild is not a full Cataphract rebuild. It is just a partial Cataphract rebuild. But that gyro was too good to pass up. Like, it's insanely good. Because normally an XL gyro that'll give you a similar effect, but not that 25%, is it increases the slot by 1. So it really limits what you can put in there. This will increase your slot by 1 and have the same effect as an XL gyro. And that plus 25%. Or plus 25. It's the first start we've seen this campaign, so that's cool either way. I had like 4 or 5 of them in howls, so I don't think they're that rare. 165,817. So let's scroll up here for a second. And yeah, Sprague wins. Price is Right rules. Also, you know, he's closest. Good job. 165 for 21 days. We're gonna have to rip out that medium laser, but that'll only take a single day. Get your crew started. So put us up to 1.6 million C-bills. Go over to the mech bay, we have more to sell. Also, gyro is awesome. I agree. Jaegermech, sell the parts, because we don't need them. Arctic Fox, sell the part, because we don't need it. And hey, we have enough for the end of the month, should that end up jumping on top of us and surprising us. So, anything new come up in the command center, because that does happen on occasion. It did not. Alright, time to travel. I think that was a pulse laser that needed to be replaced by a medium laser anyway. Yeah, but what would we do with the extra weight? Because it's been, I think it's like 2 and 4 or 4 and 4 or something like that for pulse lasers versus medium lasers. Let's see, AC-10 double, I'm not using it. Slugs, on the other hand, I am.
New equipment
And
available.
UACAF. It's a little bit of stuff. And we're under cash again. Chainsaws, jump jets, engine cores, decent ones too. And pilot support A, which is not really use it. And I've got a built-in mask, so I can't lose it. 1 versus 2. Another medium laser. Alright, so I think it's time to travel. But not command center.
Commander, come on in.
Because we're going to get to the other place before the end of the month. And that will allow us access to the faction shop to sell things at. Which is way better. To Zada. 21 days away, 50,000 C-bills. And repairs are underway. So we are currently... should be prioritizing the Counselor. Kangawalla Fox should not actually be prioritized. Now that I know that we're not actually building it. I will prioritize the Timberwolf. Because I want that thing back online by the time we make it there. I think we'll be fun with that. Would it be fun? 13. Yeah, we'll prioritize our big number projects here. There we go. It's Comstar Happy Fun Time Place. Wait, what? Right to the poverty line like the heat line of a mech? Well, if you keep doing it, eventually you manage to get all kinds of cool stuff. Counselor's fixed. Quick check of the mech bay, make sure nothing's broken on it.
Welcome to the grease pit, Commander.
Ah, the Shadow Cat's done, so we can fix this real quick. Can you take a mission when you get there? Yep, we know that. No, they'll all be done by then. It's going to take us 21 days. So repair that, pulls out the medium reader raker. And give me laser. Do I have another raker? I got a medium heavy, but no, that's too hot. Yeah, it's 1 pulse and then 3 mediums apparently. Versus on this side, which is 2 pulses and 2 mediums. We'll go with an X-pulse. The X-pulses are really nice. They're also really toasty. Pull out this one and put in a raker there and then fill it out with... Put medium lasers in the torso? Full medium laser? No, I think we'd be well suited if we... Something like this. Get an X-pulse in there. That way it's symmetrical and it doesn't drive me crazy. And then we have 1 ton remaining, which I'm going to check for a tag. Hey, hey, hey! Let's put in a tag barrage. Need more disco? Yeah, but I've just given it an entire artillery call-in. And I think that's a reasonable trade. I think that'll be just fine to throw in a tag barrage on top of that. So we keep... we lose a little bit of firepower, but hey, tag barrage. I'm gonna take it. Need a prototype double heatsink? Then again, it's a shadow cut armor. Yeah, it's not worth trying to go for that. Maybe a radical, but I don't know if I have it. I do have 1 radical. I do have a heatsink kit proto, but it's not a double heatsink kit proto. We're a little bit light on things like that. Can I change anything out in the cockpit? No. Improved. No. Nova. No. Cockpit SLDF. Tempting, but I've already got a gunnery cockpit. I probably would prefer not to lose. Really, it's just a good cockpit, isn't it? I don't have any good sensor systems. Don't invest more into it. Damn thing's already expensive enough. We need all the small pulse lasers. If I did that, I'd be swapping out medium lasers to small pulse lasers at a 1-to-1 margin.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
Alright, that'll be finished soon. You can go like that. We are 10 days away, so this will be 10 days right there. I think I may have miscalculated slightly. Darn it. I wanted to have everything ready to go, but apparently not. Not the can't go all fox. I'll get everybody else done in time. You don't say? Only slightly.
All systems nominal.
Oh, thank you, Atlanter12, for the follow. Glad to have you along for the ride. Hopefully you will enjoy your stay here and your time spent with us as we kick butt throughout the galaxy. Pause. We're 2 days before the end of the month. Need to see if I need to rebuild. I do, don't I? Did I actually construct you, or what? What am I short on? Yeah, we gotta rebuild it. Oh, that was painful. But we have all the kit to basically put it back together. So, SRMs, ML20s, so hot. And then a listen kill and a BC range, which I don't have, which really does suck, actually. So give me ammo. SRM. Do I have any more listen kills? Oh no, it was LRM listen kill. Swarm improved. Tempting. Very tempting to take the improved swarm instead. Yeah, because it's not going to be accurate at maximum range anyway. It's going to constantly struggle with that. Prototype double heatsink kits are the best. I think I like them too much. So PDHSs are great if you've got external heatsinks with the 4% mores. You're looking at putting Inferno into this? Oh yeah, good point. Right. Pull out just the normal ammo because we will almost never use it. And that will give us SRM. Oh, we didn't have SRM Inferno. Right, that's the problem. Got hydras and leg for... Yeah. I didn't see the hydras. I was just... wanted to make it good. So we can't do that yet, but we can just basically rebuild it and prepare to make it work. What battle computers I got left? I have a recoil, extreme range criticals, and Artemis. Is it worth any of those? I don't think so. Arc Sheath Beacon has already taken up a lot of our systems, so do I have a Beagle? Active probe clan? Already have an active probe. ECM. Already an ECM, so I can't put on any of those. I could throw on a C3 slave, because the entire lance of bonuses. Save the store for ammo? Yeah, when we get there, we will. But we're not there yet. I want to make sure that the mech is ready when we hit the ground. Just in case. Yeah, I just wanted to double check. Just to make sure that I wasn't making a terrible mistake. Tracking long range, I guess a C3 slave. Does it? Sheath beacon. 10% sensor and sight range. Countermeasure bubble, jammer, sensor probes, bonus sensor checks, UAV compartment. Advanced compact electronic warfare suite replaces basic weapons sensor system. Doesn't look like it. So the slave will help out the entire unit. So that should be a little bit helpful. And that'll allow us to turn this mech around. And we are going to want to swap it out for more Inferno ammo as soon as we can, but it's not there yet.
I'll let you know when
This is the Timberwolf, by the way, not the Cataphract? Yes. Yes. I'm not sure what to say to that. Other than yes. Yes, this is indeed the Timberwolf. Did I miss anything else? Oh, we're going to be back up to 8 mechs. It's going to be great. And raid Eben Carry's back. What did I do to Eben Carry? Oh yeah, large pulse and additional 3 missiles. Hopefully that'll improve it a little bit. You're going to be rebuilt again? It's going to be lovely. We'll try it out and make it better. You are solid. You are solid. Honestly, you need more ammo, but still. You are rebuilt to be extra dangerous. Hey, that's the tag barrage. Oh, I like the look on that one. You are solid. You are solid. You are solid. You are an enigma that we will find out. A little disappointed that it's not showing like an actual rack or an ultra autocannon down there. She's showing a normal one. But we do now know that the autocannon is installed. Hello, everybody say hello to Sunny Zara. Homer 2850. This is valuable time you could be spending on the Cataphract. The Cataphract was being built. It's the Kango Wallafox right there. Can't wait to get to the ATM store. Pretty much why we're here. By the way, this is held by Clan Jade Falcon, so we have access to the faction shop, where we can sell junk that we need to. Alright, faction, hi. What do you got? What have y'all been doing lately? MG right now. Large lasers, no. Missiles. Just give them all 10s, acid, deadfire, tandems. I'll take the tandems. Tandems are pretty fun. I think we filled this up. I think this is all of our junk. Core XL, yeah, for sure. Ooh, BC missile. Oh, damn, it's too expensive. It's way too expensive. But the BC missile actually would be way better than... the acid ammo? We already got some. We have 2 tons. I suppose we could get more. There we go. Does that appease you, Sprog? Listen, kill LRM. We have demonstrated that LRMs suck in every single way. And they're basically worthless to us. Deadfires, yeah, we'll go with more of these. If you don't have acid, you may as well fill them with deadfire. After spending $500,000 on ammunition, start swapping in some. Acids are insane. Acids are really good. In general, we don't really use anything other than acid. Okay, we can sell the Lego. Ballistics. Did I pick up any junk ballistic? I picked up 4 machine guns at some point, apparently. Those can all go away. Twin risk rotaries I need to build into a mech because twin risk rotary is really good. Twin sniper artilleries that I need to build in mech because twin artilleries I imagine will be very good. Whole bunch of ammo gas. Slug. Cluster. Machine gun ammo. Get that junk off my ship. It's just a time bomb waiting to explode. Shape charge ammo. I really got to build an artillery mech. We have all the gear for it. I haven't played RogueTech in months, but one of the old favorite mechs was the Kaiju King Crab variant, loaded with 6 clan ERPPCs, as much cooling as a cram into it. Alpha striking every round with a warlord rotation. 2 jump jets to hop on a second junkler, but on some high ground to rain on some blue poly hill across the map. Well, Xanthalis, that sounds like a hilarious mech design. I don't quite think it's right for our company with the way we run it, but that does sound like it would probably be a lot of fun. So do a quick check to see if we're needing to sell anything. Compact, no. 040 we can't use. 070 I wouldn't even put that in Lego. Keep the 180. 325s, a whole bunch of high level stuff. Hey, normal Airsphere XL engines. Get that piece of crap off my boat. I have no desire for it. 5 internal combustion engines. No. Heatsinks, 20. We do not need that. Honestly, we really don't need just normal heatsinks. I really can't think of a mech that we're ever going to field with just normal heatsinks. Yes, we do have 4 Clan XLs. I intend to hold on to them as long as possible. You can sell 2 of them, maybe even 3. There's no need to sell them just yet. We would not get enough cash in order to afford that computer anyway, so it's not worth it. Chameleon, LPS, Black Carpus, Cockpit, DNI, Pirate ECM, which is not nearly as good as we thought it was going to be because it takes the place of a normal ECM and is just kind of junk. Where is our super gyro? May have missed it further on up. So the sensor. Oh, there it is. Stabilized. Finance the Cataphract, I guess. It's going to be a money black hole. Yeah, when the Cataphract's done, we'll start to take a look to see what we need to sell to get things prepared for it. Because it is absolutely a money black hole. We're going to spend like 3 million civils in total on it. It's going to be painful. Okay, back to the Argo. Back to the command center to give us the true contract list. It's a test to see if you actually understand. Hey, we could do a heavy lure for 3 skulls for Clan Cloud Cobra. Escaping spy, take the bait. Ooh, 3.5 skull mission battle. Although it's working for people that I don't care about. Contested wheel. Raiding party! Straight up battle against the local pirate organization at 5 skull difficulty. I don't think Howl of the Beast 2 is here. Oh, this is not a mission that we want to take. Not right now. I think we'll take a heavy lure. And the reason why we'll take heavy lure is we might be able to, lure a heavy. Stealing as a form of flattery is a capture base, I believe. Yeah. So 3.5 skulls against wolf. So, but if we take the bait... stealing as a form of flattery will bundle better. But it'll be a more difficult fight. 417 because we're fighting clan. But we have 8 mechs once again. So let's put down Eben Kerry, the Pride, the Marauder. Oh, ooh, darn it. I may have walked myself into a corner with that one. Crap, I want that barrage tag, but that Warhammer is actually really good. Darn it. Alright, bring them not a mad dog. Arclight Ian. Put you in that? No, the Marauder. It's got to be the Marauder. Because you're such a high tactics pilot. You can be in that. Not a mad dog can be you. And the Eben Carey just needs a good guts pilot. So yeah, let's go rob a base. Although we do want to do heavy lure at some point soon. Because it's a fast, cheap, and easy mission. I named it the Flaming Head because with a high level pilot it got decent called shots. Headshot chance of the head with 6 ERPPCs boosted by its special built-in targeting computer. It can take the head off in 1 shot with the enemy, even with the enemy having damage reduction. Nice. Oh, kind of jealous. So, 6 ERPPCs. That is 6 times 7 or 6. 6 times, yeah, 36 tons. That's not bad. That gives you like 20 tons worth of heat sinks to throw in there. Oh, not bad. So we'll attempt to capture a base. 3.5 skulls against clans. Should be a little bit rough, but also should be the sort of operation that we can handle on a good day. Fingers crossed. So. But Clan Wolf is never a fun opponent because they always bring the Nagas, and we don't like dealing with the Nagas. Although if we do drop in on top of them, maybe we'll get really lucky and we'll spawn on top of them, so I don't have to walk the raid boss into the fight. Because if I don't have to walk the raid boss into the fight, it's a fast, brutal battle. But dude, you can end it quickly, and you can have a lot of awesome stuff. That is my hope. But I think that's also a glitch, so I don't think you're actually supposed to land on top of people. I never miss a dumb innuendo opportunity. Character flaw? Yeah, we can handle this, I think. We've been doing it fairly okay. Not amazingly, but okay. There was a point early on in this campaign where nothing could stop us, and then, we ran into 10 arrows, and, well, we learned that things could stop us. We're kind of rebuilding our supply of cockpits at this point. Let's see what you got. Ah, damn it. It broke. Let's try this one more time. Use a client exchanger, a client heat bank, and a big pile of proto heat sinks. You could keep it under the red line in between warlords with heat temp. Nice. Where is it? There it is. We might need to look for the cockpit store. Yeah. We need good fire control systems. It's a random arrow to the... No, it was arrows to the face They were not so polite as to just shoot us in the knee. Mine just broke too, as you said yours did. Late stream, if you're tired. It ended. I didn't want to end it too early for all you fine, lovely people. But really, this is actually about when the stream is supposed to go to. So, it's not really a late stream at this point. And if we drop on top of the enemy, then it will be a fairly short battle of only about 40 minutes. Which would be lovely. God, after 2 escort missions. Oh, I hate escort missions so much. It's like, let's sit here and slowly waltz into the location. Yeah, escort is truly terrible. If it crashes again, we'll end it. But if not, we're gonna attempt stealing as a form of flattery one more time. Because it is a good mission type normally. I don't think at 3.5 skulls the base will be well defended necessarily in terms of turrets. I mean, we might get unlucky and we'll run into 4 long toms, but I kind of doubt it. That's not really a common enemy loadout. Then again, neither was 10 arrows until recently, so maybe that has changed. I'm definitely looking forward, though, to heavy metal RogueTech with a whole bunch of options. Last escort was pretty nice. Battle pretty much the entire time. Yeah, but it had that super terrible, like, lens filter or whatever that makes everything puke green. And that just gives me a headache. It's this terrible, terrible atmospheric effect. I think at some point soon I need to prune my saves to clean them up. I haven't used a save editor in a while for that, so I'm gonna have to find a version that works on 1.7.1 in order to chill up all of my saves to make sure that they are all nice and clean. Of course, Glitch gets the quote up top. A little disappointed I didn't get to actually see that Juggernaut at closer range. But our company really is not designed to get near the enemy. I mean, some of the mechs are. For example, that Mad Cat is very much designed to sort of get up close and personal because it's using mostly short-range missiles. It still has a couple for, like, the swing roll backup, but that's really not the focus of where you want to be. Also, what we do need to do is we need to get our hands on 4 MML-10s as soon as we can in order to basically chop the heat generation of that mech in half. The difference in heat between the MML-10 and the MML-20 is just bonkers. It is not, like, properly scaled, so the MML-10 is hilariously overgood. I guess the environmentalists don't have as much say when we only have one planet ain't true anymore. Yep. Oh, you don't like this planet? Go to the next one. Then you can mess that one up. And the one after that. And the one after that. Although there is only one Earth, so... And a lot of people try and keep it protected. Although, right now, Earth belongs to Comstar. So there is that. Although, right now, of course, being a little bit of a nebulous concept in RogueTech, it doesn't really have a start date. Didn't you pick up, like, 2 MML-10s in the first mission, so we should have 3, or did I miss one? I think we have 3, yes. But it's not the 4 that we need, so I'll just wait. I mean, I could, you know, swap out one of the 20s for 2 10s, but that would irritate me a lot. It would not play well with my current OCD. Oh, I need to put those in the catapult as soon as possible. Shoot. They do actually keep Earth pretty well. But the only thing that Comstar does well. Don't you attack Earth in Mech Assault 2 in the final mission with Papa Roach in the background? Alright, quick check at the store, because it may have recycled. Barbecue, yeah. Oh good, Jägermech and Stalker. That's us again. False. Swarm LRM, Inferno SRM, half ton. Great. 2 half tons of SRM ammunition. It's a start. Miss Omni, primitive, reflective coating, Beagle probe, Angel. Okay, we're good. Alright, where is it? Stealing is a form of flattery. Max Salvage, Eben Jag, The Pride, Marauder, Warhammer. Arclight goes in the Marauder. That puts T-Bone? No, Eck in the Timberwolf. T-Bone, we're going to put him in the Eben Carry because I think he'll be a little bit more important to have a... Ooh, he's actually a worse guts pilot. But he's a better shooting pilot. I'll work with that. Comstar is good at things like making your complaint disappear. I mean, there was ever a complaint. Comstar's great. I don't think it was Earth that was the final planet. I know for a fact the last boss theme was Right Now by Korn. I thought it was Getting Away with Murder by Papa Roach. I'm fairly sure that at least that plays a huge part in the marketing for it. Like Assault 2 boss song. Maybe that'll get me what I'm looking for. Oh no, you're right. It is Right Now by Korn. Huh. So Getting Away with Murder is just the song that plays throughout all of the marketing. Oh, fancy that. That was an interesting mission. Although Mega Assault really did give you a lot of fun to play with in a battlesuit. It made battlesuits hilariously more powerful than they are in the real game, just purely based on that mortar alone. But if you were fast, like, they were ridiculously good. I have to say, the Heat's a B, but the Pirate Laser AMS on Overload is a boss. Oh yeah, we used to have one of those on Raid Boss. Until it jammed, jammed twice in a row, despite the fact that we had a gunnery of 12, which theoretically, according to the numbers that we were given, should have neutralized that jam chance. And they played Getting Away with Murder on a stage and had a lot of new metal music on its soundtrack. Yeah, it was a lot of fun that way. Oh, but Getting Away with Murder is such an emo soundtrack. Like, all the edgy, cool kids would play songs like that. I remember, because I was one of them. Yeah, Mech Assault was a fun game, even though it wasn't really a good Mech Warrior game. Still a fun game. So I hear rumor that it is coming back at some point, which would be pretty interesting to see what they do. And apparently there's this like fan version of Mech Assault that just recently had a release. So I thought about playing it, and then it was like, in what free time will you play this game in? It's like, oh yeah, I have literally no time on my hands anymore. Oof, it's not moving. It's not moving. Danger, Will Robinson. It crashed again. Yeah, we got the Unity crash handler. Alright, folks. So, yeah, we're gonna end things here today. Had a pretty decent couple of missions. Was able to get ourselves back into a fairly nice cash position. That way we didn't have to scrounge too much. We do have a month's worth of pay. However, most of that is probably going to end up going into the Kangawalla Fox, because it still needs a lot of cash still shoveled into it in the form of putting on all of its super special awesome equipment, including the Black Cotobus and XL Engine. It's probably going to take us probably 2 more sessions. It might be next week when we finally actually manage to get it online and running. But yeah, Guard, Bubba Roach, Lincoln Park, Slipknot, Cold Chamber. Let's get those back then. At least you have time for us. Yes, I do have time for all of you. And thank you, everybody, for joining me on this one. It was a lot of fun to have you all along for the ride. By the way, if this is your first time swinging by the channel, make sure you hit that follow button to get notifications on Twitch every single time that we go live, although apparently they're super late. But still, hit the follow button. It lets people know that you like our channel and you want to see more of our content. And, yeah.
All systems nominal.
Oh, thank you, Xanthalius85. Do very much appreciate it. We normally stream on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Fridays. On Wednesdays and Saturdays, we play this RogueTech as Apollo's Vipers, as we kick butt and take names throughout most of clan space in the galaxy. And on Fridays, we play MechWarrior 5 with friends. All of this happens at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If you want to join us for those, you can check down below. There will be a schedule and links to all things. There will also be several little urban mechs that will take you to various places in our community, including things like our Discord, where you can chat and hang out and sort of swap ideas and things like that, as well as one to our YouTube channel, where you can find all of the VODs for Apollo's Vipers, as well as the YouTube-only campaign Howl's Heroes, who recently had an Axeman who has the ability to put out 432 damage in a single blow. And that is literally enough damage to destroy King Crab in one hit. If you want to check that out, make sure you check out the YouTube channel. And I will see you all in the next episode.